Oh, Garby. Say, what do you say, old boy? Is old Brass and Braid in?
Old Brass and Braid? You better stay away from him. He just got word that his yacht club's closed down, and he's in a flap about being unemployed.
A flap? Say, that's good. Boy, I sure love that Navy talk, flap. Well, if he's unemployed, I'm just the man he should talk to.
Well, I wouldn't if I were you.
Oh, don't take any wooden torpedoes. Well, top of the morning to you, old gallant leader. What's a good word?
Get out of my office. I don't want to see anybody right now, and especially you.
Oh, you're wrong. I'm just the guy you should see. Heard about you losing your job after the war? Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe I can find a spot for you in my organization.
Your what?
My organization. Yep, I got me a multi-million-dollar organization waiting for me after the war. Getting all the boys to set up as vice presidents. See no reason why a bright young boy like you couldn't fit in.
$1 I don't believe it. Get your feet off of my desk.
Well, if you don't believe me after the war, just stop by the States. Look at our office building. Should be about, 50 floors, have about 400 offices for the salesmen.
Wait a minute. You're too stupid to make a story like that up. I think you're serious.
Of course I'm serious. And don't get pushy. A fellow like you can't start at the top. Got to learn how to crawl before you walk.
Crawl?
Yeah. Yep, what do you say we start you out at, $50,000 a year.
$50,000? How crawl?
Get off your knees, WB. I mean, after all, I run a democratic organization.
Chucky, this is wonderful. I mean, when did all this happen?
Well, it hasn't happened yet.
Not yet.
No, but it's gonna. Yeah, you see, this correspondence course I'm taking guarantees it.
Yeah, but did a rich uncle die and leave you a correspondence course?
Yeah, the Crumley course for super salesmanship. Guarantees if I work real hard, I'll be a millionaire by the time I'm 30.
You won't live to be 30. I'm gonna tear you apart long before that. Oh, you dodo coming in here.
Just a minute. It says right here in chapter 6 that you gotta have confidence. That's it. Yeah, right. Regardless of how tough the sale, always make your sale. Now, how would you like some all-purpose glue?
All-purpose glue? You're an all-purpose glue!
Well, and perhaps some freckle cream. You know, you got a few. You just put a couple of this right on here.
Freckle? I'll freckle you. Then get out of my office. Out! Freckle cream.
Say, if you'd like to clean up that mess, how about a handy hand mop?
Up in my prime. What am I gonna do? I gotta get a job.
Morning, LG.
Good morning to you. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning,
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. Oh, incidentally, LG, I think we'll have to cancel our luncheon engagement. You see, I'm going to have to go out and buy Quint Jr. another set of trains. It seems that Union Pacific wants theirs back.
Just as well, QM. I've got to take the petty cash box down to Fort Knox for a refill.
Oh.
Good morning. Good morning.
At ease, men. Well, good news. I just bought GM.
Ah, General Motors.
Oh, no, better than that. Guatemala. Never did like that coffee across the street.
Now, where is that elevator? I've got a board of directors meeting in 6 minutes. Elevator! Oh. Going up? Well, I knew help was hard to find, but this is rather ridiculous.
It's disgraceful.
Oh, isn't he tiring? Come on, Binghamton, the penthouse, and make it snappy. I haven't sold anything in 10 minutes.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't seem to be able to make it go.
Oh, Binghamton, how stupid can you be, kid? You're an idiot, a klutz, a dodo.
Binghamton, you are impossible. Mr. Parker has given you a job with the company, and you can't even get up off the ground floor. You dodo!
Turn in your key to the rag closet. You're through.
Oh, no, please, not that. Not that. Please don't fire me. Please, mercy. Mercy.
Binghamton, you're never going to amount to anything. Now wake up to that. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up! Wake up!
No, please. I adore you. I worship you. I think you're brilliant.
Oh, thank you, sir. I could stand here and listen to you talk like that all day. Oh, but there's a lieutenant in the outer office who wants...
Get your grubby hands out of my face. What's the matter? Who's out to want to see you? Where? What are you?
Sir, it's a Lieutenant Jason Whitworth. He's stopping over here at Taratupa, and he insists on seeing you.
Oh, he does?
Yes,
Well, I'll straighten him out. If there's anything I hate, it's a pushy lieutenant.
Well, hi-ho, Captain. I'd like to get someone to carry my gear.
Who the blazes you think you are?
Whitworth is the name, insurance is the game.
Is that right? Well, Binghamton is my name, and court-martialing smart-aleck lieutenants is my game.
I'll get your bags for you, Lieutenant.
Wait a minute. What do you think you're doing?
Mr. Whitworth is the head of one of the world's largest insurance companies.
I don't care if he's Lloyd of London himself.
One of the world's largest...
He's not gonna turn my base into a country... One of the... Is that true, Lieutenant? I mean, you're the head of one of the world's largest insurance companies?
The largest, laddybuck. I employ over 1,000 salesmen all around the globe. Now, could I get someone?
1,000 salesmen.
Well, give or take a few. You see, I'm always replacing dead wood with live wires.
Oh, is that what you replaced the... Mush, get his bags.
Get his bags,
Elroy. Yes, that's what I have to do.
And I think you
live
could
wire
probably
around
manage
here.
this.
Yes, he's the dead one. I certainly can.
There we go. One more thing for your little hand.
Thank you very much, J.W. J.W., I was thinking, shouldn't an outfit as big as yours have an insurance salesman in this area?
Oh, it mightn't be a bad idea. Where's your golf course?
We don't have one, sir. No.
J.W., I bet the right man could really go places with your outfit, huh?
Well, I did. I went from office boy to president in less than a year.
That's incredible.
I know. I was so stunned when the chairman of the board told me all I could say was, thanks, Dad. Where's your squash court?
Oh, we don't have a squash court, Lieutenant.
Thanks, Dad. That's a gasser, J.W. Oh, I could laugh at your jokes all day. For the rest of my life, for that matter.
No golf, no squash. What am I supposed to do while I'm here?
We do have some great marlin fishing just off our island, sir.
Marlin fishing.
J.W.,
Great.
you put me on the Whitworth team and make me the man in this area, and I can...
Hey, sir, why don't you watch where you're going for crying out loud? You clumsy
Hey, that was kind of fun, wasn't it? See, keep laughing right here in Chapter 2. That's what it says.
I'll give you a chapter right out of my court-martial manual. And don't you start with that freckle cream again.
What, no, sir? Oh, I can see how you get kind of upset. I mean, after all, making a living as a bellhop.
No, stop, Captain. Those clubs have to last me the whole war.
Don't hit that man!
You keep eye of this, McHale.
No, wait a minute, Captain. Control yourself, sir.
Yeah, if you want another tee, keep your head down during the backswing.
Golf course or no golf course, I'm going to tee off.
No, Captain, no. It ain't iron, not the eight iron. No, Captain, no. Chuck, now watch it, Chuck. No.
My fishing.
Come on,
I don't
then.
believe this. I've stumbled into a tropical funny farm.
Yeah, well, sorry, Lieutenant, but that's the way she goes, sir. No, take it easy, Captain. We're leaving, sir.
You bet you're leaving, McHale. You go back to your island, and you stay there and further notice that's an order.
Now, wait a minute, Captain. You got no reason
I'll
to...
give you a reason. You're a bunch of miserable, lying, thieving cutthroats. Now, how's that for openers?
Boy, you're never going to get a job. Listen to the way he talks to people.
All right, come on, Chuck, let's go. Bye-bye, Captain.
I'm sorry about this, Lieutenant. It's just every time I see those pirates from the 73, I just want to... Well, I'm sorry. Now, about my job with your company.
Are you jesting, man? Do you really suppose I'd give a job to someone who runs a base as fouled up as this? About the marlin fishing, Lieutenant, I trust you can arrange for a boat.
No, wait a minute. If you'll just give me a chance.
Binghamton, will you go away?
No, I won't. Until you give me an opportunity to show you I can sell insurance.
All right. You want to sell insurance here? Take these life insurance policies and sell them to that PT-73 crew. Then you can have a job with my company. Fair enough?
Oh, fair enough, J.W. Thank you. You won't regret this. I'm going to sell it.
Wonderful.
73? Sell them to the... Well, I couldn't sell them to this. I mean, they hate me. They despise me. They won't buy anything they can't drink.
Lieutenant Carpenter, let's make arrangements for the boat. I'm just dying to tangle with a marlin.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I just know I'm not going to be successful. After the war, I'm just going to be a mangy old bald-headed bum.
Oh, you a bum? Come on, Chuck.
Sure. You're loaded with talent, on top of your good looks.
Oh, thanks, you guys, but it won't do any good. Well, anybody want this book? Now I'm going to have to learn how to hop a freight car. Boy, how do you like that? I can't even give anything away.
Oh! Jumping hand, a direct hit. Captain, are you all right?
All right, teeth. I'll take a quick inventory. Say ah. 1, 2, 3,
Get
4.
your hand out of my mouth. I'll give you some of your own teeth to count.
No, Captain, before you blow your stack, sir. Mr. Parker didn't mean it, sir. Honestly.
Oh, I know he didn't mean it. I don't care about that, Quint. You know, I'm just very fond of this little rascal. He cute. As a matter of fact, I'm very fond of all these sweet, wonderful men.
Sweet, wonderful.
Men, yeah.
Boy, you must have hit him harder than I thought.
There he goes again. Isn't it, Laura? And you know, I know you boys are always a little short of cash. So guess what?
What?
I've brought you all some nice, big, fat advances on your pay. Now, how about that, boys? Is that great, huh? There you go. Hands out. Come on, boys. You too. And there you are.
Yeah, but Captain, I hate to look a gift C note in the mouth, but I don't get it.
Well, it's very simple, Quint. I'm going to give you fine men a chance to invest in something that could net each and every one of you $100,000 one of these days.
Invest in what?
Invest in life insurance policies, that's what.
Life insurance policies?
That's what. And because I am so very fond of you boys, as I have said, I have added all sorts of goody clauses to the policies. Now, I've got the policies right here.
Hey, you. What's with him?
Well, that new lieutenant, J.W. Whitworth, is the head of Whitworth Insurance Company. And if the captain sells you these policies, he'll get a job with Whitworth after the war.
Shut up!
I was just
I
explaining.
know what you're doing, and shut up! Uh-huh. So that's your racket, huh, Captain? Boys, give me back the money. Here you are, sir.
Come on, let go.
There you are, sir.
There you are. We don't want to buy any of your policies, sir.
I don't care what you want. You are going to buy the policies, and that is an order.
An order? Now, look, Captain, you pulled some pretty shady deals in your time, but this is a shit...
Unless I have 7 signed and paid for life insurance policies on my desk by the time Lieutenant Whitworth gets back from marlin fishing, then there are going to be 7 very bad insurance risks in the brig. Gentlemen, ta-ta.
Well, of all the nerve. Oh, I'd like to give him a shot right in his ta-ta.
No good creep.
What crust? Using us to get a cushy job after the war.
Yeah, some guys have all the luck. Me, I'm just going to be a mangy old bald-headed bum.
What's so funny, Skip?
Oh, look at Mr. Parker. Skip, he's really down in the dumps.
I know, and I'm sorry. But, boys, I just came up with the perfect answer. The captain said we had to buy these insurance policies, right?
Yeah?
But he didn't say who we had to buy them from.
Gail, Parker.
Oh, hi, Captain. Beautiful day, isn't it?
Belay the dribble. What about the policies? What?
Everybody bought one, sir. Why, there'd be a fool to pass up a deal like that.
Oh, you're right, Quentin. It is a beautiful day. Now, if you just give me the policies and the premiums, I'll see that Lieutenant Whitworth gives them super special handling.
Oh, you needn't bother about that, sir. After all, it's up to the salesman who sold the policies to deliver them, isn't it?
Yes, that's why I want to... What are you driving at?
Why, haven't you heard, Captain? Oh, Mr. Parker sold us all those policies. Oh, like you said, he's a fabulous salesman, sir.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on.
Hold on, to keep my other clients waiting. Oh, I'll never get to be general sales manager that way.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. If you think you're going to grab the credit from me for those policies, you give me those policies.
I will not.
No, wait a minute. No, wait a minute, Captain. You're fighting a losing battle, sir. Yes, sir. And besides that, we're going to tell Lieutenant Whitworth the whole truth.
You aren't going to tell him anything because I am. Give me those. You and your seagoing backstabbers are going out on patrol to Karaki Straits this instant.
Patrol? But, Captain...
Forget that Whitworth deal, Mr. Parker. There'll be plenty of jobs for you after the war.
I'm no good at anything. I'll never get a job. I wish I were dead.
Oh, come on, Chuck. Cut that out, will you? Hey, wait a second. I think you hit something.
I did! Oh, boy, reverse all engines! We're going down!
No, hold it. No, you just gave me an idea. Look, did you fellas ever stop to think that if we ever got clobbered out here, Whitworth's company would have to pay off on all those policies?
Go on. Boy, would that ever get Binghamton in trouble. Maybe we'll get hit by a kamikaze.
Wait a minute, Skip. I'm too young to die.
Well, I'll argue that. But if the captain thought we were clobbered, then maybe we could con him into admitting that Chuck here sold all those policies. Uh-huh.
That's right, J.W. 7 $100,000 policies. First day on the job, and What? A partnership. Oh, thank you, J.W. Thank you.
Binghamton Whitworth Insurance Company. Sir, it sounds beautiful. You are a genius, W.B., a genius.
Thank you, Elroy. Thank you. You look tired to me, Elroy. Say, ah.
Ah?
Yes, you're tired, boy. Go buy yourself an automatic apple polisher.
Sorry, sir. My fault, sir.
All right, lads, all right. Accidents will happen. Oh, by the way, would you tell your mother to get her things together? I'm going to foreclose on her.
Oh, bless you, sir. You're so kind.
Good morning, Mr. Binghamton. Your private elevator is waiting and ready, sir.
Going up?
Yes, the penthouse. And hurry.
Yes, sir, right away.
Wait a minute. You're supposed to take me with you.
Oh, boy, maybe we better start all over. Going up?
Oh, Wally, incompetent. I ought to give him a good one.
Oh, no, sir. Please, it's his first day on the job.
And it's his last. My arm! My arm!
Stop, sir.
My arm!
Here, let me...
Oh, my arm. Get it out. Oh, for heaven's sake.
You all right, sir?
All right. Well, I had... Oh, never mind. Is my partner back?
Huh?
I mean, Lieutenant Whitworth.
Oh, no, not yet, sir. But Commander McHale's calling you. It sounds like the 73's in trouble.
Oh, I shouldn't wonder. That 8-ball, he can't even run an elevator. What do you want, McHale? Aren't you out on patrol?
We're under attack, sir. This time I think we've really had it.
Under attack?
Ships and planes. Oh, they're really coming at us, sir. Oh, this is it, Captain. But remember, we went down fighting.
If you ever get back to Chagrin Falls, tell my mom I wasn't a scaredy cat.
Sir, this is terrible. Lieutenant Whitworth's going to have to pay off a fortune. He'll never give you that job now.
Grief, Elroy, this is no time to think of a thing like... Oh, you're right, boy, you're right. McHale, now hear this, McHale. I absolutely forbid you to be killed, and that's an order. This is your insurance agent speaking.
It's too late, sir. We're being pulverized.
Skip! Kamikaze at 9 o'clock!
So long, Captain. Make sure Whitworth gets those checks in the mail right away.
Hit the day!
Hey, I'm out of ammo!
No, McHale, you've got to live. All of you, keep breathing. All at once now. In, out, please, you've got to.
It's no use, sir. The radio's dead. They must be going down.
Well, those ingrates, they can't do that to me. I'm not going to permit this. Hello, get me Comfleet, hurry. I want to order out every available ship. It's a matter of life insurance. Life and death. Hurry.
Lieutenant, what is the meaning of ordering my boat in?
I'm sorry, J.W., but an emergency came up. You know how these wars are.
But I was hooked up to an 800-pound marlin. Couldn't you have gotten along without my boat?
Well, I'm terribly sorry, but I'm sure that you're a big enough man not to let a little thing like this interfere with my job.
Job? Do you suppose I'd give a job to a stupid clod like you?
Oh, now, just a minute, Lieutenant. The only reason the captain ordered out the fleet was to try to save your company close to $1 million.
$1 million? What?
I'm going to tell him, sir. Now, look, the captain sold 7 $100,000 insurance policies to the crew of the 73. And when he heard that the 73 was about to be sunk by a NIP task force, he sent...
Parker.
Good grief, man. What happened?
Oh, hi, Captain. Hello, Lieutenant. Well, we're sorry to show up in this shape, sir, but after we took to the rafts, it really...
Oh, I don't care what you look like.
Oh, come in.
You're alive. That's the important thing.
Yes,
Sit
alive.
down, boys. Sit right down there. How are the other men?
You mean the other 5 guys you sold those big life insurance policies to?
Yes. Are they alive?
Cheer up, Captain. Just think how happy you've made their loved ones. Thanks to the captain, well, your company owes them $500,000.
Would you like to pay by cash or check?
J.W., I'm sure I can explain everything.
Whoa there, sport. Don't panic. I feel very badly about your crew, McHale, but those policies all contain a war clause. If a man is lost in battle, there's no payment.
No payment?
No payment.
No, you sniveling coward, you, deserting your ship in time of battle.
No, wait a second now. The ship wasn't sunk in battle. No, it went down by accident. Later.
Yeah, you see, this big marlin came along and threw us right up onto the reef.
Yes, and according to those clauses that the captain added, an accident is worth double.
All except Tinker. He got his with a falling coconut. Captain made that worth triple.
You triple all that, Captain. Boy, I'll tell you, there's a salesman.
Don't listen to him, J.W. I didn't sell the policies. It's all a lie. Parker sold them. Parker.
Well, would you mind repeating that, sir?
Parker.
That's right. I am a witness, Lieutenant. Parker really sold those policies, and then the captain sent the 73 out on patrol so that he could get the credit. See, he wanted the credit, so...
Boys, you're alive!
Skip, a miracle happened. We got picked up by a native canoe.
Bless those canoes.
Oh, Mother Earth, how I missed you.
Oh, yes. Come up, boys.
Hey, you guys better get out of all the wet clothes. He's over here. You guys pneumonia.
Now that you know that your company doesn't have to pay out a penny, and you also know that Anson Parker sold all those policies, why you...
J.W., don't you listen to them. Don't you see what this is? They're just trying to get my job with your company away from me and give it to Parker.
Yes, I can see that, Binghamton. And may I say, it worked. In fact, you can all have jobs with my company after the war. If there's one quality that makes a great salesman, he's got to be sneaky.
Hey! Go on, boys. Go
Now, wait a minute. I'm sneaky. You ask anybody around here, they'll tell you. Everybody calls me old sneaky. Then I try and grab all the credit from Parker. Honest, I'm sneaky.
Don't you believe it, Lieutenant? After that confession, why, you know he wouldn't make a good salesman. He's too honest.
Yeah, and if you're smart, you'll read up on it. I got a few notes right here in my hat. Just take a look at that.
That's you, you dodo.
No. Captain, take it easy there. Take it easy there. Remember the insurance. The insurance, Captain.
All right, McHale, now that Lieutenant Whitworth is gone, you're really going to get it. For the next 10 years, you're going to be selling insurance to your roommates in the brig.
In the brig? On what charge?
For disobeying my direct orders and not staying out on patrol. Now, I've sent for the SPs.
A 10 hut?
Stop with your 10 huts when I'm... Admiral Rogers.
Binghamton, I understand you ordered all those ships and planes into Karaki Straits.
Well, no, Admiral, no, I did. McHale did it.
True, McHale?
Well, you see,
I don't know how you found out that the Nips were planning a sneak attack on Karaki, but thanks to your warning, we got there in time. Good work, McHale.
Admiral, you mean he was...
Yeah, put them in for commendation, Binghamton.
Thank you, Admiral. Thank you very much, sir.
No, I won't do it, Admiral. I'd rather kill myself first.
You mean that, sir? Well, we at Whitworth have an insurance policy with a special suicide.
Did you see the front page this morning? Ava Gardner entertaining the troops in Greenland. Yesterday, it was Betty Grable jitterbugging on one of Patton's tanks. And where am I? I can't even make the want ads.
Miss St. Clair, your fans love you. Why, look at this letter from these sailors on Taratupa Island. They've just voted you the girl they'd most like to be shipwrecked with.
Oh, that's just peachy. Miss Shipwreck of 1943. Sounds like I was washed up on some... Shipwrecked? Wait a minute. What if I were really shipwrecked?
But all they asked for were some pictures.
I can just see the headlines. Movie star marooned with love-starved sailors. Oh, that's perfect, Francis. Have the studio call the Navy and tell them I want to visit this Taratupa as soon as possible.
Well, Miss St. Clair, it could be dangerous. I've read how sailors are with girls.
Dangerous? This bunch? Why, they look about as dangerous as the Seven Dwarfs. Besides, they worship me. Why else would they beg me to send them 200 pictures?
Quiet, Groove, I gotta hand it to you. This is the greatest racket we've had yet.
Yeah, personally autographed pictures of movie stars at a buck a throw. It's a gold mine.
How does this sound? To Corporal Stanley Dombrowski, my favorite Marine. I await you passionately. Love, Mimi.
It's come out of class.
I didn't believe that, aren't you?
Beautiful, beautiful. Now let's finish her up. Fuji, front and center.
What a prisoner of war has to go through.
Go ahead. Put it on. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Samurai, pucker up.
Okay, but this last one, Hot Rose needs a little love, too.
Give a little kiss. Good. Hurry back, Hot Lips. All right, let's move it, guys. We got orders to fill. Let me see. We got orders for 6 Rita Haywards, 4 Ginger Rogers, a dozen pictures of Trigger.
Trigger?
Yeah, from that Army Cavalry unit. They've been out here a long time.
Get hot. All right, you bandits, freeze. All right, what are these? Secret photographs you're selling to the Nips? To Private Irving Schwinn, yours till VJ Day. I adore you, Rita Hayworth. What is that, secret code?
Look, I ask you, what's wrong with the boys collecting autographed pictures of their favorite motion picture stars, huh?
Hey, wow, a genuine Mimi St. Clair autograph.
Let me see that. To Corporal Stanley Dombrowski. Well, that's wet. They're all wet. These are forgeries.
Oh, now, ease off, will you, Captain? You're making a mountain out of a molehill here.
No, I'm making jailbirds out of these thieves. Get your gear together.
Jailbirds? Now, wait a minute, Captain. On what charges?
Forgery, bilking innocent servicemen, wartime profiteering. Now, you say your tender goodbyes to them and you ferry these goons over to the brig by 1,500 hours. They're finished, kaput.
You dropped your evidence, sir. Here, I'll get it. Boy.
Thank you, sir. Disgraceful, Elroy. Imagine those con artists defiling a picture of Miss Mimi St. Clair.
Oh, you're so right, sir. The nerve of them treating America's sweetheart like a cheap, ordinary pin-up girl. Although she does have a rather nice figure, sir.
Yeah, she does, doesn't she? Got curves she hasn't even used yet.
Yes, and do you notice that
Oh, shut up, you swampering ninny. Binghamton here. Oh, Admiral Rogers. Yeah, how sweet of you to call.
You lucky dog, I've got great news for you.
My promotion? It came through?
Oh, stop with the jokes, Binghamton. It's about Miss Mimi St. Clair. I just heard from the Navy Department. She's flying down to Taratupa.
Well, I thought at least this time for sure. Mimi St. Clair is coming here?
Oh, you sly bird. How did you manage it? Well, you just make sure that Miss St. Clair has a terrific time. I only wish I could be there with you.
Oh, you do? Well, why don't I bring her up to Comfleet and introduce you to her, Admiral? Usually she just loves to meet all of my friends.
Sir, you don't even know Miss St. Clair.
Hey, that sounds marvelous. We might even have a little cocktail party. Invite all the other admirals. Wally?
All the other yes, that'd be marvelous, Bruce.
Oh, what a star has to go through these days to get her face on the front page.
Oh, sir, she's here. She's here, sir. Miss Sinclair, she's here.
Mister, Santa Boy with the hat. Now, the makeup case, you're going to break the bottles. Now, just drop them very gently. Put them down. Just put your sweat against the door. Oh, goodness. Oh, please, don't do that. Just gently on your back. Just put them down gently.
Captain, go.
Miss St. Clair. Oh, well, go, boys, go. Welcome to our little fortress in the South Pacific. I'm Captain Wally Binghamton, and if I may say so, you are even more lovely in person than you are on the silver screen.
Thank you, Captain.
And I'm Lieutenant Elroy Carpenter, and may I say, I thought you were just terrific in Passion Takes a Holiday.
Oh, Passion Takes a Holiday? Oh, you were. Well, I tell you, when I said, well, you stole the whole picture.
Stole it, Captain? I don't know how. I wasn't even in it.
Yes, that's what I mean. When you weren't in there. She wasn't. What's the matter with you? She doesn't make those 2-bit quickies. You dope. Oh, he's... Now, Miss St. Clair, we've planned a very exciting day for you. Mimi, if I may. We were going to start off with a tour of the base laundry.
That's all very nice, Captain, but when do I get to meet the boys from PT-73?
Well, first we're going to go to the Admiral's party. You see, now all the big brass is going to be there. They're all... The boys on the 73? You can't mean that.
But I do, Captain. They're wonderful boys. Fans of mine. Keep sending for my pictures. Fine bunch of men. True credit to our country.
Oh, so that's why she's here.
Hush. Interrupting a big movie star like Miss St. Clair.
What's wrong, Captain? Nothing's happened to the boys from the 73, has it?
Happened to the boys. Yes. As a matter of fact, something did happen to them. They had a little mishap. They were all lost at sea.
Lost at sea?
But lost, sir, we just saw them.
We just saw them go down. Oh, it was they hit a whale. You see, all hands were lost.
Oh my! This is terrible.
How awful, those poor men.
Well, excuse me, Captain.
Can't you see I'm busy here? This is McHale's.
Well, look, Captain, the crew of the 73 is reporting the main side like you ordered. But I'd like to ask you to reconsider, sir. You see, our problem...
73? Are you men from the 73? Why, Captain, I thought you said they drowned.
Oh, did I say that? Did I?
The captain said we drowned? What's going on here, Captain?
Well, I can see you've been rescued. Congratulations, McHale. Good to see you. Got dry uniforms and everything. Carpenter, call the chaplain and have him cancel the service.
You're Mimi St. Clair. Oh, boy. I don't have an autograph book. Could you autograph my shirt tail?
Put that away, will you? Now, look, Captain, what's going on here?
Shame on you, Captain. Trying to keep me all to yourself. Hi, you fellas. Let's go. I'm just dying to meet the rest of the crew.
Oh, but you can't do that, Miss St. Clair. You see, the captain just ordered them into the brig. Oh!
What about that, Captain?
Well, I was too embarrassed to tell you, but you see, the truth of the matter is they're just a bunch of robbers and cheaters. That's all they do all the time. They just rob, cheat.
Now, hold it, Captain, hold it. Now, don't you believe it, mister. Not a word of it. Not a word of it is true.
Yeah, he's just jealous because we know how to make the most out of a war.
Oh, the nerve, making such awful accusations on such a fine bunch of men. Why, it makes me want to pick up the phone and call my good friend FDR.
FDR? You mean Mr. President?
Good, then it's settled. Not another word against the 73 crew. Shall we?
Who might argue?
Well, the Admiral and his party.
Forget the Admiral. I want to be with the boys. Let's go, Commander. I'm just dying to raise a little morale around here.
Be my guest.
Cheaters never prosper.
My career, my promotion.
It must be a mirage.
Oh, it couldn't be.
But it is Mimi St. Clair, in the flesh.
What flesh?
Well, here you are, Miss St. Clair, the boys of the 73.
Please, take us the
Hold it. Fellas, thanks to Mimi here, the captain has dropped all charges against you.
Yay!
Gee, thanks, fellas. Anything to help our little old war effort.
What am I going to do, Elroy? I've got all of this brass waiting to meet Mimi. If I don't get that vixen away from McHale, I tell you, she's going to ruin my career.
Well, sir, why don't you just give her an order? After all, you're a captain, and you do outrank her.
Why don't I just give her an order?
Yes, sir.
Oh, they're going to come and get you one of these. I can't order a movie star. All I can order is... Well, wait a minute. I can order McHale. I can order him to sea. I can order him far, far, far away to sea. I gotta get to a radio.
All right, hold it.
Calling CT-73. Now, hear this. This is your captain speaking.
Hey, that's old Leadbottom on the radio.
Well, what the heck does he want? Are we hooked in?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, Captain.
McHale, you and your crew are to move out to sea immediately. Recon mission to Manitou Island.
Manitou Island? Captain, you must be kidding. That's a deserted rock. No one's ever set foot on there.
Well, good. You can claim it for our country. Don't forget to plant a flag. Now, move out.
Aye, aye, sir. Here. Look, that Leadbottom is sending us out on a phony reconnaissance mission again.
I knew this was too good to be true.
Oh, Commander, since you're going out to sea, well, I thought maybe that I might just go along for the ride.
Hey, that's a great idea.
Wow, this might be fun more after all.
Hey, Skip, why couldn't we just log her aboard as 108 pounds of dynamite?
Hold it, belay it. Now, you guys know there's still a war out there. I'm sorry, Miss St. Clair.
Yeah, the Americans versus the Japanese. It's been in all the papers.
But I won't get in the way, Commander. I promise. Why, I'll even pitch in and button down a hatch or whatever it is you do.
It's a batten.
Well, I'm sorry, ma'am, but the answer is still no, and that's an order. All right, boys, come on. We're a little low on ammunition. Go over to ordnance. Let's draw some. Let's go. Bye-bye, ma'am.
I'll send you negative, Miss St. Clair.
I'll think, boys.
You know, Miss St. Clair, actually, I'm glad you're not going out to sea with them.
Oh, but I am, sweetie. I came 4,000 miles to make the front pages, and nothing is going to stop me.
But you heard them. They're going on a mission.
Yes, but they're taking a stowaway. Oh, I wish I could see Joan Crawford's face when she reads that Mimi St. Clair has been shipwrecked.
Shipwrecked? But you're not really going to... Oh, this is crazy. Oh, I'm scared.
That's why you're a secretary and I'm a star. Help me aboard.
Oh! Hello, Captain.
Hello, my dear. Would you tell Miss St. Clair that I'm here to take her to the Admiral's party?
Well, I'd like to, but at the moment she's not here. If you'd like to leave a message.
Leave a message? I'm a naval officer. What do I look like you, a carrier pigeon or something? You see any feathers on me, do you?
Well, no, sir.
Of course you don't, because there aren't any. Yes, I told her, huh? All right, where is she? Where?
Well, I'd like to tell you, sir, but it's a secret, and I'm not supposed to tell.
Well, you'd better tell, because this is not a Hollywood set, you know. This is a real naval base, and I'm a real base commander. Now, where is she? Where?
Oh, but she's out on the 73.
Better. Out on the 73, all right. You mean she's at sea on the 73?
I told her not to go. I told her.
Oh, this is awful. Those cutthroats, those kidnappers. I'll have to radio McHale and order him to turn around at once. Oh, I wonder if admirals want to scream as badly as captains do.
Come on, you guys. Let's get this reconnaissance over with.
Hey, Skip, can you imagine having to leave a doll like that, Mimi?
It was worse than saying goodbye to my mother when I was drafted.
All right. Stop your griping. The sooner we get this over with, the sooner we get back. Now, come on. Spread out.
All right, you guys. Now, remember the signal. If you see any danger, fire 3 shots in the air. And try not to hit any birds.
Come on.
Well, you don't want to hurt any birds.
There now. This thingamajig should keep the engine from starting. And the New York Times once said I was all body and no brains.
PT-73, come in. Calling the PT-73, come in. I know you're out there, you kidnappers. Now you come in.
Hello? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. How now, brown cow?
Oh, now, Brown. Some drunken nurse has broken into the radio shack. You'll get off the line, you wino. It's an emergency.
Hello, Captain. It's just little old me.
Little old who, me? Who? Mimi? Is that Mimi? Oh, you poor thing. What are you doing out there? What have they done to you?
Oh, now, Captain, don't blame it on the boys. Why, a shipwreck could happen to anybody.
A shipwreck? You can't be shipwrecked. What about the Admiral's cocktail party? Now, you turn around, you get back here, I'll put you on report.
Oh, Captain, by all means, do report it. Call the press, the wire services, the magazines. Call everybody.
The press? Well, if they find out, oh, this is awful. Put McHale on there. Sober him up. Put him on.
I'm hanging up now, so toodaloo.
No, wait. Don't toodaloo. Don't hang up on your toodaloo. What do I tell the Admiral?
Yes, what will you tell the Admiral?
Well, I'll make up some cockamamie story. I don't know.
Yes, who was that talking on the radio?
The radio? They're talking to the boys. There's maneuvers, Admiral. They're on maneuvers. Keep those ships on a straight course and then keep zigzagging them and watch out for subs.
Oh, belay the dribble, Binghamton. Now, where is the lovely Miss St. Clair? I flew down here to surprise her. I'm going to escort her to the party in style in my private plane.
Private plane, you're going to... Isn't that nice, Elroy? Private plane.
Oh, yes, sir, but it's a shame she stuck out on the 73 and won't be here.
Elroy, you talk to this man. You keep them zigzagging.
Did he say the 73? Do you mean you allowed Miss St. Clair to go out on a PT boat?
Well, I just for a little spin, Admiral.
Oh, yes, sir. Just a little trip over to Manitou Island, sir.
Manitou Island? Binghamton, didn't you read the intelligence report? A Japanese fleet unit is steaming toward Manitou Island right now.
Oh, no, poor Mimi.
Japanese fleet?
If anything happened to Miss St. Clair, the whole country will be on our necks.
Oh, I know. This is why we'll have to go and rescue her, Admiral.
Come on, let's take the 116 and see if we can get to Manitou before it's too late.
Well, Admiral, listen, I'm under secretary, and let me go with you, please. She may be hurt. She may need me.
Now, don't be silly. You're just a woman. The Admiral and I can handle this.
You can't handle anything, Binghamton. You've done enough already. Come on, miss. You can probably be of some help. Certainly more than the captain here.
Admiral, she's all soft. I'm a man. I'm strong. I can push and lift and pull. Do I feel my muscle, Admiral?
Just as I expected. That old lead bottom. There's a living thing on this crummy island. Come on, boys. We'll shove off and get back to Taratupa.
Hiya, shipmates.
Quiet, will you? Can't see the skips talking?
For the love of... What are you doing here?
Somebody pinch me, quick! It's Mimi St. Clair!
Believe it. Female first class Mimi St. Clair reporting for duty.
All right, Miss Mimi St. Clair, first class. Now, what's the big idea? I thought I told you couldn't come along. Tinker, will you get on those engines quick?
Oh, Commander, how could a big, strong man like you get mad at a little bitty thing like me?
Because poor little itty-bitty thing like you can get great big us a big peck of trouble, that's why. Come on, Tink, let her rip.
That's Navy talk, but let's get the heck out of here.
Hey, Skip, there's something wrong. The distributor wire is missing.
What do you mean a distributor wire's missing? Hey, wait a minute. You.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, Commander, what in the world would I want with the wire from your silly little old whatchamacallit?
Actress stranded on island with bunch of sailors. Huh? How's that for publicity deal? Sounds pretty good, doesn't it, Mimi?
Oh, Commander, how could you possibly think such a thing? Well, I'm really crushed.
Yeah, I'll bet. Now, come on, hand it over.
Hey, Skip, there's a nip destroyer out there!
Holy jumping Hannah, we're sitting ducks. Now, look, will you give us that wire or you're going to be blown to smithereens?
Oh, yes, I never expected. Here, take it.
Come on, there you go. Let's go, buddy. Come on, you guys, man your battle station. That's Mr. Parker. Get her below and keep her down there.
Oh, yes, get me below, please. I had no idea. Oh, I don't want to get hurt.
Oh, boy, we better... oh, don't worry, Skip. I got my hand well in the situation. I got the situation well in hand. You sure loved your last picture.
Come on, will you get... take her home. Heading 209.
Hey, Skip, message from Admiral Rogers aboard the 116.
Admiral Rogers? What's he doing out in the 116?
They're heading for Monaco Island to rescue us. He thinks we're still out there.
Oh, for crying out loud. Well, radio him back and tell him we're heading home.
Right.
And for Pete's sakes, will you tell him we got Mimi aboard, safe and sound?
Right, Skip.
Movie stars, lead bottom, Monaco, oh, brother.
Right, Skip. Had a little trouble securing my battle station.
Hey, Skip, look, the 116 boat beat us in.
Yeah. And boy, look at that mob scene.
Well, that's no mob scene, Quentin. That's the press, and they're all waiting for me, bless their pointed little pencils.
It's true, gentlemen, every word of it. While the 116 was being attacked by Japanese Zeros, this little lady was on board the entire action. The first American woman ever to participate in a naval engagement. Yeah.
Well, I really didn't do anything. I was in the cabin the whole time. I never stopped knitting the whole time. I never even helped pass the ammunition.
Oh. One more shot. Here we go. One more shot. All right, let's get a little zing. Little zing right over here.
Let me just fix my hair.
All right.
How's this?
That's so well.
She's a wonderful little lady, and I'm the one responsible for bringing her here. You see, my name's Binghamton. That's with a B. There's no P in the middle. It's Captain Wallace Burton Binghamton. I was born in a log cabin in Youngstown, Ohio.
Binghamton, will you please stop trying to horn in?
Well, it's good journalism.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure you gentlemen wanted to ask some questions of our little heroine.
Yes, all right, Admiral. Hey, let's get a picture with the Admiral and the doll.
Well, all right.
Oh, sure, look.
Mimi, I've got to get to her quick, and I can introduce her to the press. I made her shipwreck possible. Why shouldn't I share the headlines?
Hi, Captain. What's all the excitement about?
Mimi, they're taking pictures. We're not in them.
Not in them? What are you talking about?
That's that secretary of yours, that busybody. She takes a little boat ride. She comes back a big celebrity to sneak.
Well, we'll soon see about that. Oh, boys, it's me, Mimi, the shipwrecked movie star. Boy, have I got a story for you.
But now, wait a minute, Mimi. We don't want any publicity out of this.
McHale, you keep on. Who said we don't? Yoo-hoo, boys. It's me and Mimi.
What in blazes, that Binghamton? He'll do anything to get his picture in the paper.
And the same goes for that Mimi St. Clair.
Oh, really?
Hold it, Francis. Come on.
There we go. There we are. That's fine.
Yoo-hoo. Yeah. Oh, it's no use. All they're interested in is that darn secretary of yours to show off.
I'll take care of that. Here.
Hey! Hey, no! Don't!
You better get out of that water. It's off limits to civilians.
Help! Save me! I'm drowning!
One more now.
Well, don't just stand there, you big clut. Save her.
Oh, she's not drowning, Captain. Can't you see this is just a publicity stunt? All she wants to do is to attract those reporters.
The reporter? Is that what she... They're going... wait for me. We'll share the headlines.
No! You can't swim!
You're right. I can't swim.
Hi, Captain. We just came by to see how you were feeling.
Oh, I just feel fit as a fiddle.
Oh.
How do you think I feel after nearly drowning?
Yes.
Well, here, sir, we brought you something might cheer you up. Take a look at that.
That's a picture of me drowning. Where did you get this?
Oh, Gruber took it when you're coming up for the third time. Would you autograph it, please?
Autograph? You mean you're selling these, too?
Well, you gotta admit, sir, a Navy officer can't swim is a real collector's item.
I'll autograph your nose with my...
Okay, here's where we get rid of the shoe clerks. I'll see your nickel and raise you a quarter.
I'm out.
Oh, come on, Shorty. That's not funny.
Can't you control him?
Now, if you don't behave, we'll trade you in for a cocker spaniel. Remember that.
All right, how about it, Mr. Parker? You in or out?
Oh, well, first I gotta ask a question. 4 aces better than that full house I had last time.
There we go again.
Hey, you.
There you are, Mr.
Put that gun down.
Hey,
look out!
Hey, don't point that at me!
He pulls that trigger.
Now, easy. Easy, Shorty, easy now. Easy now. You hand over the gun. Hand it over.
Well, those fiends, they're trying to kill me.
Oh, no. Lead bottom.
Kurt, are you all right? You killers. You shot your captain. You tried to gun me down in cold blood.
Sir, look at your hat.
Oh, the hole. Find the hole. Am I leaking? Carpenter, you call the shore patrol.
No, wait a minute. Hold it. Now, Captain, look. Nobody shot at you, sir. It was just a chimp who swiped Mr. Parker's .45 and it went off by accident, that's all.
Yeah, honest, Captain, it wasn't Shorty's fault. He didn't mean to take a shot at you. Now, Shorty, you tell him you're sorry. That's Chimpanese for I'm sorry.
Chimpanese? Parker, you get rid of this furry little delinquent right away, and that's an order. One baboon around here is enough. Give me that hat, that's an order. Give me the hat.
Shorty, come back here. Shorty, give the hat back. Shorty! Give the hat back.
Carpenter? Would you look at that? Now, there has got to be some way that I can get some incriminating evidence on McHale and his murderers. Some way. Some way.
Sir.
Huh?
Captain Binghamton?
What? No, I'm General Custer, and I just got back from Little Bighorn. What do you want? What?
Seaman Orville Tuttle reporting for duty, sir.
For what?
Duty.
Dude, we don't run a kindergarten here.
Sir, he's the new crew member for the PT-73.
Pete? McHale? This naive, apple-cheeked youth is going to join McHale and that scroungy bunch of cutthroats?
Yes, sir. I have my orders for you right here, sir. And Mother sent you these, sir. They're oatmeal cookies. She baked them herself.
She baked them herself? Oh, for Pete's sake.
Oh, no, they're just for you, sir.
Will you stop with your mother already? Now, I am not about to send some little infant like you over there to join McHale and his mafia. So you just take your toys and you toddle over to the processing shack.
Oh, no, sir, please. I joined the Navy to see action, sir. I'll do anything you say, anything.
If you hear that, Carpenter, you'll do anything I say. If that isn't the most...
The most ridiculous thing I ever heard of, sir. I can see that it's ridiculous to send a young boy like that.
Shut up.
Well, I...
You say you'll do anything I say to see action?
Oh, yes, sir. That's all I've dreamed about, sir, since I kissed Mother goodbye and gave her my sugar ration card, sir.
Give me that. Well, boy, I'll tell you, you're going to see action. I am going to make you my personal spy. You're going to infiltrate enemy lines, and you're going to help me get information that'll wipe them out.
Spy, sir? Well, gosh, I don't think I make a very good spy, sir. They didn't teach us Japanese in boot camp.
Said anything about Japanese? I'm talking about the real enemy, McHale.
Sir, I only signed up to fight the Japanese, sir.
You'll fight anybody I tell you to fight. If you don't, that's mutiny, and I'll have you in front of a firing squad.
Firing squad? But, sir, I'm too young to die. I haven't even been tattooed yet.
Now, stop sniveling, boy. Stop sniveling. You do a good job of spying, and I'll treat you to a tattoo. Get you a nice big heart. We'll put it there. We'll put Mother on it. Get your gear, lad. You're gonna love this. It's gonna be fun. Fun.
Come on up here, matey. Welcome aboard, boy. I'm your new commanding officer. Yes, sir. Lieutenant Commander Quentin McHale.
Seaman Orville Tuttle reporting for duty, sir.
Oh, well, now, forget that jazz, boy. Yeah, we're very informal around here. Yes, sir. Boys, meet Orvie. Relax, boy. There's nothing to be nervous about.
Nervous? I'm not nervous.
What the devil? Hey, Skip, look!
Hey, Chuck, what happened? Oh, Shorty stole my gun, but don't worry, he's only got 5 shots left. 4.
Oh, VJ Day, where are you? Here, give me a hand here, will you?
Boy, that Orvie's really something, isn't he?
Those draft boards are sure robbing the cradle.
Hey, boys, where's Orville?
He made us wait out here while he gets dressed.
What? Must be an only child.
Hey, Skip, do we have to keep him? Why don't we put him up for adoption, huh?
Yeah, now, wait a minute, you guys. Just a minute. Look, this is his first time in a war zone. He's a little spooked up. Ah, the kid's gonna be fine. Holy mackerel, I forgot all about it. Tonight's luau, guys. Oh, wait a minute. Hold it, boys. Hold it. I'm sorry, boys. I'm sorry. But we gotta cancel the festivities. Keep quiet. Now hold it. This is Orby's first night on the base, and, well, I just don't feel that it's right we should go out in a toot and leave him here all alone.
Oh, doggone it, Skip. We're sailors, not nursemaids.
Oh, come on.
Well, I'll tell you, Skip, I could work on my supply requisition. Why don't you guys go ahead and I'll stay here and babysit?
Hey, that's a great idea. Mr. Parker, you're a prince.
Now, how about it, Skip?
Well, it was all set up, and we did promise the chief. Hold it, will ya? All right, I'll tell you what we do, Chuck. You just tell Orvy that we had to leave on a secret mission. That's it. Very hush-hush, okay? Come on, girls, let's go. Come on. There we go.
So long, you guys. Bring me some poi if I got any doggy bags.
And some Parker.
Boy, I'm looking for you, sailor. I hope your bunk's ready for inspection.
Sir, where were Commander McHale and the fellows going with all those girls?
Girls. You saw girls? Well, then, you got it all right. Yeah, you got the jungle DTs. Yeah. Happens so you wouldn't have been out here for a long time. Yeah, start seeing girls everywhere. I had a bad case of it once. Yes, sir. You wouldn't believe it, but went with a palm tree for 3 weeks before they cured me.
I just got here, sir.
You did. Say, your bunk made up for inspection?
Well, yeah, that's how they taught us to make them in boot camp.
It is, huh? Well, it'll never pass inspection around here. Come on over to Gruber's bunk. I'll show you how it should be made up. See that? That's how it's supposed to be made up. See how smooth that blanket is? Yes, sir, boy. Not a wrinkle in there. That's the way we, Say, boy, those sheets are really starched, aren't they? You probably got the corners tucked right under the,
That's a dice table.
It is. I mean, it isn't. No. Actually, that's a battle map. Yeah, you haven't probably seen one of those before. See, those were grid coordinates on it. Yeah, probably noticed the Isle of any craps on it. First time you've been in combat, kid?
But that looks just like a dice
table. It is. Well, look. So, you know what? You better shave or I'm going to put you on report.
But I just shaved a month ago, sir.
You did. Well, your 5 o'clock fuzz beginning to show through, and I'll tell you what. You go shave, and then come on over to my place, and I'll teach you some hand-to-hand combat. You never know when somebody's going to sneak up on you. See? Had you. There we go. See that? That chair was out to get me. Notice how I... Huh? Okay, Shorty. Take 10. Hurry right back. Hey, what's that light doing out on the radio shaft?
Captain Binghamton? Sir, can you hear me? Hello?
Huddle, will you stop helloing and speak up, boys? Speak.
Yes, sir. It's condition applesauce. Applesauce.
Hey.
Oh, don't you, please. Please, I'm just a boy, only 18. Honest, ask my mother.
Now look, don't change the subject. How come you're tinkering around with the radio?
The radio? Oh, the radio. Well, I was trying to get the Guy Lombardo show. Yeah, he played at my high school prom.
You did? Oh, you mean you're homesick?
Yeah.
Oh, why didn't you say so? Here, I'll get Tokyo Rose for you. Next to Hirohito, Guy Lombardo's her favorite. Of course, you gotta promise not to surrender.
Oh, yes, sir, I promise.
Huddle! Oh, boob, I lost contact with him.
But, sir, he did manage to say applesauce, which is our code word meaning that he's uncovered some important evidence.
I know what it means. Who do you think gave it to him, you boob?
You, sir.
It's our signal to rendezvous with him on the double, too. I think we may have something on McHale this time.
Good.
Let's go. Wait.
Oh, sir. Oh, no, I didn't think so.
Well, I'm sorry Tokyo Rose didn't play any Lombardo records, but that was a pretty catchy rendition of Pomp and Circumstance, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, thanks for letting me listen, Mr. Parker. I think I'll be going to bed now.
Oh, good. Say, listen. There's a lot of nips around here, but you don't have to be nervous with a combat veteran like me around. Man, when they show up, I could, Hey! What was that?
What's what? What's what?
The the blinking light over there.
Well, I don't see anything, sir.
You don't?
No.
Hey, there it goes again. Oh, boy. It's a nip invasion.
Where is the stupid kid? Why doesn't he blink back?
Believe me, sir, there's no one out there.
Yeah, well, we'll find out.
Okay, you nip, we know you're out there.
Parker, get down.
How they gonna play coy, huh? All right, well, blast them out of the water.
Get to the gun. Mr. Parker.
Get to the gun!
Give me a gun. Mr. Parker, please don't shoot. I'm sure there's no one out there.
Will you stand back, fella, and pull yourself together? It's them or us.
Sir, we've been hit. We're sinking. We're sinking.
Sir, just sit there, stick your finger in the dike.
Sir, I can't get him off.
Lie down.
I'm trying.
Here's your whole body.
I can't
Don't
get him
let it
off.
get on me.
Help me, sir. We're going down. Hey, I got him. They're kaput. Try and bonsai Ensign Parker, will you?
Jack, what's going on here? What's all the shooting about? You all right, kid?
Yes, sir.
It's all right, Skip. I just knocked off a nip invasion, that's all.
What? All by yourself? Come on, Mr. Parker.
No, really, I saw this blinking light, and when they didn't answer my challenge, well, I let them have it.
Hey, Skip, look! Oh, no! Captain, what happened? Are you all right, sir?
How can I be all right? Parker, you maniac. You're on that trigger. You riddle me.
Oh, no. Wait just a minute, Captain. Now, what were you doing out in the middle of that lagoon at this hour of the night, sir? And what's with the blinker signal, sir?
I wasn't blinking. I was fishing.
Fishing? Oh, come on, Captain. Fess up now. You were trying to sneak up on us, weren't you, sir?
Hell, you're calling me a liar? Me, your commanding officer?
Oh, no, sir. But the commanding officer ought to know that Mr. Parker had every right to fire at you, sir, when you didn't answer his challenge. And there isn't a court-martial board in the Navy, sir, that won't back him to the hilt.
And wait till they find out that you were fishing without a license.
Shut that fat little lip of yours.
Now, Captain, don't worry. Now, we'll get you out of those wet clothes. Boys, get the boat ready. Come on, boys, let's go.
Captain, sir, I'm sorry. I tried my darndest.
Shut up. I don't want to hear a word out of you, understand? Not one word out of you.
Hey, Willie, what'd you cook this swill with, a blowtorch?
Anybody know how many calories there are in ashes?
They ought to declare this whole breakfast a disaster area.
Hey, Willie, you gotta be kidding. Barbecued orange juice?
Look, when I said I'd cook for you, I didn't promise it'd be good.
Look, Skip, we better get you-know-who back pretty fast before we all die of starvation.
Yeah, we've punished ourselves enough. Thanks a lot anyway, Willie. Hey, look, kid, I want to talk to you. Look, when we heard that you were coming aboard, we had to get rid of our cook, see? But as you can see, it just ain't working out, is it? So now, before we bring that cook back, I gotta know something. Can we trust you with a great big secret?
Hey, that's a 73. Somebody's starting up my engine.
It's Shorty, oh boy.
It's that blasted chipper. Shorty, no!
Come on, Shorty, that's a no-no.
Look, I told you to keep that little devil locked up. Oh, for the love of Mike.
Shorty, that's a Navy boat. The civilians aren't allowed.
Holy jumping Hannah. Shorty, come back here with that boat!
Come back, Shorty! Bring the boat! Got the engine!
Come back here! Well, would you believe it? Who's ever gonna believe that a chimp stole a PT-73? A banana-eating chimp! Boy, this is the living end.
Yeah, the end for us,
Skip.
He'll wreck it for sure.
Why couldn't he swipe hubcaps like the other kids?
Hey, I know. I'll get in the radio and order him back.
Are you kidding? A chimp can't work a radio? What am I talking about? A chimp can't run a PT boat either. Come on, let's go.
That twerp Tuttle. First he almost gets us killed, and then he doesn't even have the brains to report back here. I'll get that. Probably. Now, it's about time, you jackass. Another 2 minutes, and I... Oh, Admiral Rogers. How are you this fine day, Admiral?
Well, not bad for a jackass. Oh, never mind the apology. I'll take care of you later. Right now, there's a knit sub patrolling the area. I want you to send the 73 boat out after it right away.
But why the 73, Admiral? I mean, we have a lot of other splendid PT boats.
I said I wanted the 73, Captain. Now do as I ordered. Over and out. Or should I say, hee-haw, hee-haw.
Yeah, that's cute, Admiral. Love your sense of humor. Love it. You, Admiral? Old fogey. Imagine I'm sending McHale out on a mission just when I'm ready to pounce. Oh, I'd like to tell that Rogers a thing or two.
Oh, I don't blame you, sir. I'll get him right back, and you can tell him. Would you get Admiral
Wait a minute. If you want to phone somebody, phone a bone specialist. Aren't you?
No, sir.
Uncle Chucky to Shorty. Uncle Chucky to Shorty. Hello, Shorty. Come in. Hey, did you hear that? He hears me. He hears me. Now, look, Shorty. You bring that boat right back or I'm going to paddle you good. You hear me, Shorty? No, I'm not going to stand for any monkey business. You get right back here.
Of all the miserable goof-ups, honestly, in all my days in this man's Navy, I have never seen... Boys, if that's Captain Binghamton, we're cooked. McHale here?
McHale?
Yes, sir.
Conflate reports a nip sub loose in your area. Go out and get it.
Go out and get... wait a minute, sir. Wait a minute. I beg your pardon, sir. Did you say go out on the 73?
No, use a skateboard. Now, the Navy is paying you $1.38 an hour. Now, go earn your keep.
Captain, wait a minute. Please don't hang up. Please don't... Well, that's it, boys. We're as good as dead. Unless you feel like waiting out after that nip sub.
Portsmouth, here we come.
All the bum luck.
Done in by a chimp.
Now, look, Chuck, you gotta talk that chimp into bringing that boat back, or we've had it.
Now, look, Shorty. Bring that boat back here. Hey, look, Shorty, if you bring the boat back, I'll give you a nice big yellow banana. Banana.
Now what?
Shorty, you get away from those guns. Those bullets cost money.
Those are real shells exploding. The 73's under fire.
Oh, no, you don't think you could be there?
Oh, wait a minute. That nip sub. 5 will get you 10 if they spotted the 73.
Shorty, you get out of there fast. You hear me?
Bring back that boat, you dumb April. Strangle you with my bare hands. You hear me?
Shorty, say something. Say something.
What's happening? That sounds like a direct hit.
Please don't let it be the 73.
Now look, Shorty, you come in, do you hear me? This is your ensign speaking.
Forget it, Mr. Parker. The radio's dead.
Well, that's it. 73's gone. And I went down with a monkey in command. I think I'll go out and shoot myself.
Why bother? Old lead bottom will save us all the trouble.
Hello? Get me Captain Binghamton and hurry.
Poor Shorty, he didn't have a chance. A better chance than we'll have when Leadbottom gets his mitts on us.
Say that again.
Hey, what's Orvie doing on the field phone?
Captain Binghamton, this is Orvie. Applesauce. Applesauce.
Hey, Orvie, what are you doing? What the devil are you up to?
McHale? McHale! That was McHale's voice. He cut him off. That means he's still on the island. He didn't go out after that sub as I ordered him to, and that's mutiny.
Oh, sir, then you can have them shot. Oh, you've won, sir, you've won, you've won.
Calm down, boy, calm
But we
down.
gotta get over there right away and try to save Tuttle. They'll probably kill him for squealing on them.
Hey, sir, I didn't want to spy on you, honest, but he made me. Captain Binghamton made me.
Yeah, I'll bet.
How could you think on your own crew?
Look, just give me 5 minutes alone with him, Skip. Just 5 minutes.
All right. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. It wasn't a kid's fault. That cabin browbeat him into it. Right, kid?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, what we got to worry about is... Oh, no. Oh, I don't believe it. Oh, boy!
Holy cow, I must be going blind!
You're one big beautiful...
Shit is sick after all!
Hold it! He's gonna ram the dock! Oh, no, I can't look. Look at that! Look at that! That doggone monkey brought it in just as good as I can! Come on, boys!
Well, how she got away from the nips?
Well, we'll discuss that with him later. I tell you what, right now, boys, we gotta get out to sea and get that nip sub before Leadbottom finds out.
Hey, Skip, look, enemy closing fast.
Oh, no, of all the miserable timing.
Come on, Shorty.
All right, you pirates, freeze. Don't move. You're all under arrest.
And hi, Captain.
Tuttle, are you still alive? Can't you do anything right? I was hoping to hang a murder rap on these pirates along with mutiny and desertion.
I beg pardon, sir. Did you say mutiny and desertion?
Yes, I said mutiny and desertion. And don't you bat your big baby blues at me, McHale. You did not go out after that nip sub as I ordered you to, and I've got a witness to that. Tuttle.
Yes, sir.
Now, sound off, lad. Did the PT-73 or did it not go out as ordered?
Oh, well, the...
Pick up, boys. Pick up.
The PT-73 did go out, sir.
What? It went out?
Well, you want to feel the engines? They're still hot.
McHale, you brainwashed the kid, didn't you? You poisoned that poor, underdeveloped little mind. All right, Tuttle, you're going to rue the day that you finked out on me, Carpenter. Lock him up with the rest of them.
Now, wait just a minute. Now, hold on there.
Complete calling PT-73. Come in, 73.
Hey, let me have that radio, Willie.
Here you go, Skip.
Are we tuned in?
Yes, Skip.
This is PT-73. Come in, complete. Over.
This is Admiral Rogers, McHale.
Admiral Rogers, I'm so glad you called. This is Captain Binghamton. Wait till you hear what they've done now, Admiral.
Will you get off of the mic? I know all about it. Now put McHale back on there.
Oh, good, sir. I'm glad you know all about it. You're going to get it, McHale. He knows all about it. Lay it in, Admiral. Give him a good one.
Hello, McHale. Good news. Reconnaissance just reported the 7-3 sunk that nip sub. Congratulations. That's a job well done.
We sunk the sub? You're not kidding?
How can they sink the sub, Admiral, and everyone out?
I'm putting you and your gallant men in for a unit citation. And keep up the good work.
Oh, yes, sir, and thank you very much, sir. Over and out, sir.
Not a unit citation. How can I hang a bunch of heroes?
You can say that again, Captain. Now then, what did you have on your mind, Captain?
Yeah, there must be something else you can hate us for.
Shut up! Nobody else open their mouth. Not one peep out of anybody. If I hear so much as a peep, I'm going to have you all for insubordination. Get that man's name and... Oh, no, it's that little monster again. I'll hang him from the height.
No, Captain, look, it's only a chip. It's only... Wait, Captain!
Insubordinate and thoroughly impudent tone, a week's extra latrine duty, or a month's worth of peeling the gristliest. Most recalcitrant potatoes we can find in the entire mess hall. I want him punished for his sarcasm. Man. Chippy, utterly confused by the rapidly shifting instructions and the ever-changing target of the Commodore's wrath, merely saluted. Gee, I'm sorry, sir. I thought the situation was in neutral. Sir, a moment of peaceful respite. No offense intended, sir, to the esteemed Admiral's assistant. Whoever he might be, sir. That's all you menace. Bumble roared, once again forgetting his supposed frailty as he half sat up on the cot, shaking his fist violently. That's it, McGinty. You're right, McGinty. I am a very sick man. A gravely ill man whose time is running out faster than a rogue torpedo. The medics, those baffled purveyors of tinctures and poultices, they don't know how long I'm going to be in here, if indeed I survive this harrowing ordeal. So, while I'm away, while I teeter on the precipice of eternal slumber, I'm going to have to appoint an acting base commander. He looked pointedly at Finn, his eyes boring into him with a malicious gleam. Expecting the penny to drop with the clang of a death knell, he savored the moment, the exquisite pleasure of delivering the fatal blow to his nemesis. Finn adopted an air of genuine understanding, his face a picture of sincere concern, though his eyes betrayed a twinkle of suppressed mirth, a barely concealed flicker of amusement. Well, I understand, sir. A wise and prudent decision, Commodore, for a commander must ensure the seamless transition of authority, especially in times of such delicate health. And you can rest assured, sir, that my boys and I will give Lieutenant Quickstep all the help we can. He's a good lad. Quickstep. Good head on his shoulders, though he does fret a bit over requisition codes and the existential dread of unscheduled paperwork. Bless his meticulous, bureaucratic heart. He winked at Quickstep, who immediately flushed crimson, unsure whether to be flattered or further mortified by Finn's appraisal. Bumble's purple hue returned, deepening with each word Finn uttered, until his face resembled a ripening eggplant, or perhaps a particularly bruised plum. He sputtered, momentarily speechless, before finding his voice again. Now a high-pitched shriek of outrage that seemed to threaten the integrity of the tin walls. Quickstep? Quickstep, you say? That man can barely keep track of his own shoelaces, let alone the intricate logistics of an entire naval base. He would classify a stapler as a weapon of mass destruction. No. He's a boob. Yes, Quickstep is a boob. A complete, utter, unadulterated boob. He'd probably salute a coconut and then file a formal report on its insubordination. I'm appointing you the acting base commander, McGinty. You, sir, you shall bear the mantle of command in my absence. Consider a promotion or a curse, depending on your perspective, you rascal. He punctuated his pronouncement with a triumphant, albeit shaky, fist pump, enjoying the visible consternation on Finn's face. Finn McGinty's casual grin, a fixture of his face, a symbol of his generally laid-back attitude, finally faltered, replaced by a look of genuine, unfeigned horror. His jaw dropped, and he felt a cold knot form in his stomach, a sudden, heavy dread. Me? Oh, come on, Commodore. You must be kidding. With all due respect, sir. With every fiber of my being and every last ounce of my limited common sense. The last thing this atoll, this glorious bastion of Allied power, needs is me in command of anything more complex than a particularly unruly fishing line. My talents lie in the chaotic art of PT boat skirmishes. Sir, not the tedious ballet of administrative oversight. I am a man of action, sir, not paper pushing. It goes against my very nature. I'd set the base on fire by accident trying to file a requisition. Bumble, now fully committed to his theatrical performance, rose from the cot with a surprising burst of frantic energy that would have put a man half his age to shame, and glared directly into Finn's eyes, wobbling slightly for added effect, as if overcome by a sudden gust of invisible, feverish wind. McGinty, take a good look at me. Observe my fevered brow, my trembling hand. My very life force is draining. Away with every breath. Does this look like the face of a man who's kidding? I tell you, I am on the verge of dissolution, of ultimate collapse, of utter demise. Fine. Maintaining a straight face despite the almost irresistible urge to burst out laughing at Bumble's dramatic antics matched Bumble's intense gaze, his own eyes serious, though a faint twitch at the corner of his mouth betrayed his true feelings. No, sir, it certainly does not, sir. It looks, if I may be so bold, sir, like the face of a man who has consumed entirely too much spicy chowder. But, Commodore, with all due respect, I must ask you to perform the same courtesy. Take a good look at me, sir." He gestured dramatically to his perpetually unbuttoned collar, revealing a surprising amount of tan chest hair, to the wild tangle of his dark, wind-swept hair, the slight smirk playing at the corner of his lips, and the faint, lingering scent of brine and illicit pineapple rum that always seemed to cling to him like a second skin. Do I look like a base commander? Sir, does my very essence radiate administrative acumen? Do I exude an aura of rigid, uncompromising discipline? I think not, sir. I'm a sailor, a fighting man, a warrior of the waves. Sir, not a desk jockey. I cause more chaos than the Nips if left in charge of paperwork. Ensign Pip Percival Plimpton III, who had followed Finn into the office, his anxiety levels already spiking from the general air of chaos and Bumble's dramatic pronouncements, couldn't help but blurt, "He's got you there, Wally." He immediately clapped a hand over his mouth, turning bright scarlet, realizing his grievous error in addressing the Commodore so informally. He shrank slightly, anticipating instant demotion, perhaps even a public flogging with a wet noodle or forced duty sorting rusted nails. "No, sir. No. Easy does it, sir." Finn quickly interjected, trying desperately to smooth things over, to prevent Plimpton's certain demise. "Now, look, Commodore, I'm a saltwater skipper. Sir, my soul is forged in brine and sea spray. My destiny lies upon the waves. I'd be no good behind a desk. I'd drown in paperwork. Sir, literally, my spirit would wither. I'd be worse than useless, sir. A total administrative wreck, a veritable black hole of efficiency." He even performed a little pantomime of struggling to swim through towering stacks of imaginary forms, flapping his hands helplessly, gurgling in a comically pathetic manner, hoping to appeal to Bumble's dramatic sensibilities. Bumble, however, was impervious. His focus remained laser-sharp on Finn, his malicious joy untempered. "McGinty, I wouldn't think of asking you to take on a big assignment like this gargantuan administrative burden. Without some help, that would be inhumane. That would be positively barbaric. You need a crutch. McGinty, a suitable lackey to manage the administrative trifles, and the endless stream of paperwork that will surely overwhelm you. So, I'm appointing Plimpton here, acting executive officer. Consider it a steep learning curve for the young man, and a perfect distraction from your more anarchic tendencies, your insufferable penchant for rule-breaking and chaos. Ensign Pip Percival Plimpton III, whose career aspirations rarely extended beyond successfully completing a spreadsheet without any critical errors, maintaining impeccable penmanship, and perhaps one day earning a medal for consistent pencil sharpening, nearly fainted on the spot, his face turning an even more ghastly shade of pale, a faint green tinge to his lips. He clutched his chest, his eyes wide as saucers. "Oh, boy! Did you hear that, Skipper?" he squeaked, his voice cracking with disbelief, his legs threatening to give way. Acting executive officer. Me, a man of limited experience, prone to clerical errors. Oh, thanks. Commodore, you'll never regret this. I think, maybe, I hope I don't set anything on fire. Sir, or lose the entire base budget to a rogue pigeon who absconds with the paperwork. Bumble merely waved his hand grandly, a dismissive flick of the wrist. I know. It's a risk I'm willing to take. Plimpton, a necessary sacrifice for the greater good of seeing McGinty squirm. Here you are. McGinty, take this. He thrust a battered clipboard, overflowed with inscrutable paperwork and stained with ancient coffee rings, and an ancient, rusty ceremonial cutlass, usually reserved for a highly official, rarely occurring, and completely ignored flag-raising ceremonies at Finn. You go over to my office, your office now, and you take command this minute. Do you hear me? McGinty? This minute. That's an order. Commander, and don't you dare track mud onto my pristine linoleum. which I personally supervise the waxing of with the utmost meticulousness. I will know if you do. Oh, but Commodore, sir, Finn began, still trying to grasp the enormity of his calamity, this calculated sabotage of his relaxed command style, this intricate trap designed to ensnare him in a web of bureaucracy. Out, 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 Bumble shrieked, shooing them from his office with the fervor of a man swatting a particularly bothersome, buzzing fly, flapping his hands wildly, his eyes blazing with a mixture of triumph and malice. Now, Quick-Step, my loyal aide, you know what to do. My cot needs plump in. My pillows need fluffing. My very constitution needs a long, luxurious period of convalescing, and a cold compress, and perhaps some more of those medicinal concoctions to ensure my delirium is sustained, and utterly convincing for Admiral Jawbreaker. Finn and Plimpton stumbled out, still reeling from the unexpected promotion and the sheer, unmitigated absurdity of the situation. They made their way to Bumble's former office, which, by dint of Bumble's pronouncement, was now Finn's temporary seat of power. The moment they stepped inside, a mere foot over the threshold, the field phone, a rusty, temperamental beast of a contraption, began to ring again, insistent and shrill, as if celebrating their arrival with a discordant fanfare. "Oh, just a minute. Lieutenant, just a minute," Finn mumbled to himself. Try and make sense of the new command, the new responsibilities, the sudden, overwhelming weight of the world on his shoulders. He ran a hand through perpetually messy hair, feeling a new wrinkle form on his brow. He gestured vaguely to Plimpton, who was already meticulously lining up the Commodore's paperweights, a nervous tick. "You're acting base commander now, Pip. What do we do about this infernal shrill noise? It sounds like a dying banshee trapped in a tin can." Before Plimpton could even begin to process this new wave of responsibility, before he could consult any of his mental manuals, a grizzled, unkempt head popped into the doorway, a cigar clamped firmly between its teeth. It was Sergeant Rocky Ridgeback, Finn's tough-as-nails veteran crewman, a man whose natural habitat was a machine gun turret, not an office, but whose loyalty to Finn was absolute. "Yeah, Chief, they're saying the what? The sinks are still plugged up, and the petty officers are well. What do you want from me? A get-well card. I'm not a concierge for plumbing complaints. I'm a combat specialist, not a glorified janitor." Finn, attempting to mimic Bumble's air of exasperated authority, barked into the phone, his voice a surprising imitation of the Commodore's growl. "Hold it! Chief, hold it! Can't you see I'm on the phone? Engaging in top-secret strategic communications for the welfare of the entire Allied effort? Yeah, I know, Skipper, but He paused, his eyes widening as Rocky presented him with something. "Well, what do you got there, Rocky? Is it some new experimental munition? Another piece of Japanese intelligence? A secret weapon? For winning the war, perhaps?" Rocky, oblivious to the high-stakes drama unfolding and simply following the immediate chain of command, held up a collection of elasticated, lace-trimmed items, dangling them by a single delicate thread. "Well, it looks like a bunch of slingshots to me, Skipper, or maybe some highly unusual fishing gear for tiny, acrobatic fish. I thought, we'll run out of ammo faster than we thought with these. They don't look very robust." He paused, squinting through the gloom of the office. "Oh, wait, those are the garter belts, aren't they? For the nurses, like Lieutenant Quick-Step was fussing about earlier. The critical, morale-boosting hosiery stabilizers, I believe he called them." Finn, suddenly remembering Bumble's initial ridiculous rant and the very genesis of this nightmare, slapped his forehead with an audible thwack. "Good news, sir. Excellent news. We found the garter belts, that elusive, critically important strategic resource. Victory is ours on the undergarment front. Oh, I'm sorry. Chief, I'm sorry. I got my wires crossed. Hold on. Lieutenant Quick-Step. Yeah, we found those items. Yes, I'll have them sent them right away. Top priority. Immediate delivery. Yes. Ma'am, you're welcome. You're welcome. He handed the phone back to Rocky, whose expression remained impassive, betraying nothing. Chippy, Chuckles, get those to the nurse's quarters right away. And, Chief, have you thought about... The phone started ringing again before he could finish. A discordant, maddening interruption to his flow. Get the phone, will you? Chippy, get the phone. This place is a madhouse of communications. It's a sonic assault. Plimpton, meanwhile, was already tangled in a veritable spiderweb of administrative calls. Sweat beading profusely on his upper lip, running into his eyes. He held 3 different receivers to various parts of his head, looking like a desperate octopus struggling to manage multiple, unruly limbs. Executive Officer Plimpton here. What is it? What is the nature of this unprecedented emergency? Right? That's right. I authorize building permits for the CBs of the Coconut Busters and their new mess. Hall, a bastion of culinary excellence for our brave construction battalion, a strategic asset. Sir, right, it is? Oh, Skipper. Plimpton's voice climbed an octave in alarm, bordering on a squeal. Did you know their new mess hall was in the middle of the rifle range? Directly in the path of live. Fire, sir. It's a tragic planning oversight. A lethal architectural decision. We are feeding our men directly into enemy fire. He nearly dropped all 3 phones, his hands shaking. No. Hello? Is anyone listening? Is there a single rational mind still functioning on this entire island? Well, tell the Coconut Busters to keep their heads down during meal times and perhaps wear extra thick helmets. I'll watch the problems here myself. I'll oversee the intricate, deadly dance of eating and projectile trajectory. Finn, simultaneously attempting to juggle another phone, spoke into it. McGinty here? Yes. This is Commander McGinty, newly minted acting base commander of this illustrious, if slightly dilapidated, installation. What? On the radar, you say? A blip? A mysterious, pulsating blip? Well, track it, man. Track it with all the skill you possess, with every last ounce of your training, and give me a positive identification. Is it NIP? Is it Allied? Is it a particularly large seagull with an unusual radar signature? Give me specifics. Man, I need actionable intelligence, not vague pronouncements. At that moment, Doodle Higgins, McGinty's eternally cheerful and somewhat rotund torpedo man, wandered into the office like a lost, happy puppy, carrying a half-eaten coconut and a wide, innocent grin, completely oblivious to the rapidly deteriorating state of executive sanity around him. Hi, Skipper. I just want to congratulate you on your new job. You look very commando. Sir, very in command, very serious. Finn, struggling with a phone receiver jammed precariously between his ear and shoulder, snapped. And will you keep it down, Doodle? Your exuberant joviality is quite distracting. You know, it interferes with strategic thought. Can't you see we're trying to conduct important business here? Matters of life. Death, garter belts, and plumbing permits. Yes, Lieutenant. Affirmative. Yeah. Your garter belts are on the way. Top quality lace. I assure you, a truly morale-boosting acquisition. What's next on this ever-growing list of urgent demands? Doodle, completely unfazed by Finn's irritation, his cheerful demeanor uncrushable, plowed on, speaking loudly. Skipper, the boys, those paragons of initiative, we're not willing to ask your permission to throw a little shindig tonight, a celebration of base. Morale, a demonstration of our unconquerable spirit. We were thinking it could be for charity, or just for the sheer heck of it, sir, to blow off some steam. Great. That's what we need around here, is a little action. Finn boomed into the phone, his face lighting up with genuine enthusiasm. A rare moment of pure delight amidst the administrative nightmare. Action, morale, positive engagement, a vigorous display of military esprit de corps. Tell them to go for it. I knew you'd say that, Skip. Doodle beamed, his eyes wide with boundless, unshakable optimism. And we can rake in a pile of dough for the orphans of, wherever, because, you nincompoop. Plimpton shrieked, his already fragile nerves fraying under the strain, reaching his breaking point, his eyes darting wildly, almost independently. Can't you see we're busy? We are on the verge of administrative collapse, the fate of the entire. Base hangs by a thread. Shove off, shove off. Will you, boy? Clear the room before you incur the wrath of the entire high command. Not to mention a seriously disgruntled admiral jawbreaker. Yeah, you're the skipper. McGinty, but I'm the executive officer. Get out, 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 out. Plimpton pointed a trembling finger at Doodle. Then at the door. Then an imaginary spot somewhere far, far away. Perhaps another, less chaotic, dimension. And we got your okay, Skip? Doodle asked, already halfway out the door, his cheerful voice echoing back, fading slightly as he retreated. Finn, still beaming, yelled, "As far as I'm concerned, you tell those boys." Full speed ahead, a full-on celebration of military might and convivial spirit, a party of unparalleled joyous abandon. That's an order, Doodle. Make it epic. Make it legendary. Thank a million. Skip. To the moon. Doodle chirped, before vanishing as quickly as he appeared, leaving behind only the lingering scent of coconut and a faint echo of his boundless optimism. Finn sighed, rubbing his temples with a theatrical gesture of exhaustion, feeling the full weight of the absurdity settle upon him. Keep me close, then, Plimpton, for my sanity is rapidly approaching its breaking point. I may soon be conversing with the imaginary, frangipani flies, Pip, or perhaps debating with a disgruntled pineapple. Plimpton, buried under a towering pile of requisitions, his face now a mask of profound despair, replied mournfully, his voice flat, "Oh, I sure will. Skipper, I sure will. You'll be lucky if I can find myself in this administrative avalanche. Let alone you, Commander." The chaos only escalated, a cacophony of ringing phones, shouting voices, and the distant, alarming sound of what might have been a small, unscheduled explosion near the Coconut Buster's new, ill-fated mess hall. "Okay, Chippy, we gotta scramble. Boy, PT-46 is hot on the tail of a nip sub. They're chasing it like a hungry dog after a particularly meaty bone, a relentless pursuit." Finn yelled into another phone, then grabbed a pair of salt-encrusted binoculars, peering out the window with intense focus, trying to find some semblance of actual military action amidst the general confusion. "Hey, incidentally, what a group of one, what's the identification on that submarine? Is it a new class? A stealth model? A particularly large fish with a sophisticated sonar array? Give me specifics. Man, I need actionable intelligence, not vague pronouncements." "Oh, I don't know, Skipper." Chippy's muffled voice came back over the receiver, sounding harried, stretched to breaking point. "I was busy with a supply list, sir. My desk is inundated with forms. A veritable paper storm. They just reported sub. A very submarine-wise sub. Sir, it emitted bubbles. That's all the detail I have, sir. The most salient feature, I believe, was its bubbling." Finn threw his hands up in despair, dropping the binoculars with a clang that made Plimpton jump. Hello. Is anybody out there capable of precise identification? Is there a single rational? Being on the other end of this line. Hello. Yeah, hello. He slapped the receiver back onto its cradle with a resounding thwack, finally giving up. This is a madhouse, Pip. A glorious, beautiful, utterly insane madhouse. But it's our madhouse, and we shall command it, even if it drives us utterly insane in the process and forces us to speak in tongues. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to the newly appointed temporary high command in the tumultuous office. The other members of Finn McGinney's crew were already well underway with doodles, shindig plans, interpreting Finn's full speed ahead order with characteristic literalness and boundless enthusiasm. Gizmo Jenkins, the crew's mechanical genius, who believed that anything with moving parts could be improved, often with explosive results, and Specs Miller, the scholarly one, who found the logistical challenges of organizing a party to be a fascinating sociological experiment, were hastily arranging a display near the beach, their creativity unleashed. Let's go, Gizmo. Faster, faster. Press up the storefront. We're in business. Man, a veritable bazaar of military revelry and illicit refreshments, Specs urged, struggling with a brightly colored sarong draped across a makeshift stall made of salvage crates and palm fronds. The sarong, usually intended for much smaller individuals, stretched taut, threatening to tear and reveal more than naval regulations allowed, a dangerous breach of decorum. You mean that skipper said it's okay, Specs? Gizmo asked, wiping sweat from his brow with a greasy rag, momentarily pausing his frantic hammering. He actually gave permission for a proper fiesta. I thought his mood was rather volatile after his encounter with the Commodore. I thought we were all facing demotion for our mere existence, let alone throwing a party. You bet, his exact words were, and I quote from a highly reliable, if slightly unhinged, source. Tell the boys my orders are all a head full. Is that a base commander, or is that a base commander? Gizmo. Specs puffed out his chest, attempting to channel some of Finn's roguish charm, a feat he rarely achieved, but always strove for. Well, let's not just stand around, men. Idle hands are the devil's workshop, and we're on a tight schedule to complete this work of art. Rocky Ridgeback commanded, organizing a line of eager sailors who were already clamoring for a look at the festive setup. You got it. Come on. Careful with the booze. Doodle, don't spill any of that precious jungle juice. That stuff's more volatile than nitroglycerin. On a hot day. Good. Keep it flowing. Come. You're all looking at me with eager anticipation. Come on. Whoa. Steady there, before you knock over the decorations, which would be a severe blow to morale. Doodle, meanwhile, was carefully balancing a precarious tray of particularly potent homemade cocktails, wobbling precariously, the liquid within a murky concoction of fermented fruit and unidentifiable spirits, sloshed dangerously, threatening to spill its intoxicating contents onto the sandy ground. Well, let's go. Take those crumbs. Nobody wants warm jungle juice, especially not at a 5-star shindig of this magnitude. Rocky then grabbed a megaphone, its metallic surface glinting in the tropical sun. Yeah, me and my lawnmower. Let's go. Hang those garlands. Get them strung up. All right, men. Get your money ready. Line up. The most fantastic wingding of the year, a celebration of epic proportions, is about to start. Give a little sample. Girls, just a quick peek at the marvels to come. That's enough. That's too much. Don't spoil the grand reveal for the masses. The anticipation is half the fun. Come right this way. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. There they go, wiggling their way right into my propaganda. A masterpiece of public relations. Oh, this is going to be spectacular. Boys, a triumph of naval ingenuity and festive spirit. He gestured grandly toward the curtain made of salvaged parachute silk, behind which giggling sounds and the rustle of flimsy fabric could be heard. The scene was set for maximum chaos, designed to offend the most stringent naval officer. Chapter 2. The Admiral's stern gaze and a disastrous dive. Finn McGinty, still trailing Admiral, Iron Jaw, Jericho Jawbreaker by a respectful, but not too respectful, 5 paces, tried desperately to maintain an air of professional composure. The journey from the airstrip to the infirmary felt like a forced march through an obstacle course. Designed by a particularly malevolent imp, Jawbreaker, his posture ramrod straight, his eyes scanning every rustle of the palm fronds, seemed to emit an aura of chilling discipline, a palpable force field of rigid order that caused even the most determined insects to cease there. Buzzing, Lieutenant Kreider, Jawbreaker's aide, walked just behind the admiral, his clipboard clutched like a shield, his gaze mirroring his superior's, unflinching and judgmental. Finn, meanwhile, internally sweated an amount of liquid that would have filled a small swimming pool. Every nerve ending thrummed with a panicked anticipation. He knew what awaited them at the infirmary. Commodore Bumble, ostensibly at death's door, but in reality, lurking like a malevolent, purple-faced puppet master. The scenario was a delicate dance between maintaining plausible deniability for Finn and allowing Bumble's elaborate charade to unfold just enough to ensnare the Commodore in his own trap. He also knew that in the immediate vicinity of the infirmary, not too far from his office, was a very air raid shelter where his disguised crew members were currently simmering in a stew of their own sweat and cheap pineapple rum. As they finally approached the infirmary, a single-story, dilapidated structure of peeling white paint and rusted corrugated iron, the sounds of general base activity seemed to dampen, as if even the tropical birds held their breath. From within, Finn could hear the faint, exaggerated groans of a man in theatrical agony. "Ah, the infirmary," Jawbreaker announced, his voice clipped, devoid of any genuine sympathy. He paused before the entrance, a moment of profound contemplation. "I heard that Commodore Bumbleton was struck down by a sudden, severe bout of tropical fever. A pity, or perhaps a convenient absence." He shot a piercing look at Finn, a silent challenge. Finn merely offered his most sincere, non-committal expression. "Indeed, sir, a truly unfortunate turn of events. He was, if I may say so, quite colorful in his incapacitation, sir, a veritable chameleon of disease." Jawbreaker ignored the subtle jab. He pushed open the flimsy screen door of the infirmary, which immediately slammed shut behind them with a clatter. The interior was dimly lit, permeated by the sharp, medicinal tang of iodine and the cloying sweetness of stale pineapple from Bumble's Impromptu. Sickbay bar, on a narrow cot, dramatically lit by a single, unshaded bulb, lay Commodore Bumble, his face a ghastly shade of pallor, achieved with thin coating of zinc oxide, Finn suspected. His breathing shallow and labored, punctuated by exaggerated coughs. Myrtle, Bumble's trembling aide, hovered nervously at his side, holding a glass of murky liquid, which Bumble had insisted was tonic. "Well, Bumbleton, sorry to see you laid up like this," Jawbreaker stated. His voice as flat and unfeeling as a gravestone. His eyes, however, missed nothing, taking in the carefully scattered medicine bottles, all empty or filled with sugar pills, the theatrical lighting, and the overall ambience of feigned misery. He approached the cot slowly, Kreider diligently taking notes behind him. Bumble, with a heroic effort, opened his eyes, which were half closed in a theatrical droop, and managed a weak, pained smile. "Thank you very much, Admiral, but I'm all right, sir. Really I am. Just a fleeting encounter with the Grim Reaper, sir. A momentary flirtation with the great beyond." His voice was raspy, thin, but possessed an underlying note of eager desperation. He then, with a barely perceptible flick of his eyes, a tiny, almost invisible movement, gestured toward the vicinity of Finn's office, and more specifically, the air raid shelter. "Admiral, please. For my sake, sir, for the sake of naval honor, you've got to go right over to the air raid shelter. Admiral, before it's too late. You won't believe what's going on over there while I'm over here at death's door, suffering the slings and arrows of a contagious malady." His voice cracked with theatrical urgency, betraying his real intent. Finn McGinty, who had dutifully followed Jawbreaker into the infirmary, quickly interjected, try and control the unfolding narrative, to prevent the trap from springing too early. I'm sure the Admiral has seen 100 air raid shelters like ours, sir. Frankly, Commodore, they're quite dull, really nothing fancy. Sir, just plain concrete and a few dusty hammocks. Completely uninteresting, not a speck of intrigue, sir. I can vouch for a profound boringness, sir. Myrtle, still flustered from previous encounters with Bumble's histrionics and terrified of jawbreakers, legendary glare, nodded vigorously, almost dropping the bedpan he was still polishing. Yeah, no, not even carpet, sir. Bare walls. Very stark. Sir, very utilitarian. A veritable shrine to monotony. Bumble, enraged by Finn's blatant damage control, his theatrical pallor deepening into a shade of alarming puce, bellowed, suddenly regaining the full force of his voice, startling Jawbreaker slightly. Tell him what you do have over there, McGinty. Confess your crimes. Lay bare your monstrous transgressions, you scoundrel. Finn, maintaining a placid, innocent expression, blinked slowly, playing the role of the utterly perplexed subordinate. Sir, I'm afraid I don't follow. Commodore, are we speaking in riddles now, sir? They got hula girls in the air raid shelter at this very minute admiral. Bumble shrieked, dramatically throwing an arm across his forehead, as if struck by a sudden, violent headache, clutching his temples. Half-dressed hula girls. McGinty, hula, you scoundrel. Girls who are dancing. Oh, the infamy, Admiral. The utter, unbridled infamy of it all. Such a flagrant disregard for moral probity and naval regulations. Jawbreaker, however, merely looked at Finn, then back at Bumble, a flicker of something unreadable. Amusement? Exasperation? In his steely eyes. He turned to Lieutenant Kreider, his aide, who was dutifully scribbling every word. He's delirious, sir, Finn calmly explained, stepping forward, his voice a soothing, professional balm, though his heart was hammering against his ribs. A common symptom of tropical fever, Admiral. They often experience vivid hallucinations. The heat, the stress of command, it does terrible things to the mind, sir. I'll get a doctor, Admiral, to corroborate his unfortunate mental state, to confirm his transient, feverish madness. He began to back away slowly towards the door, hoping to create a discreet exit. Bumble, however, was far from delirious enough to miss Finn's escape attempt. He roared, suddenly leaping from the bed with astonishing alacrity, shedding his blanket like a discarded cocoon, revealing his sweat-soaked, rumpled pajamas, completely forgetting his feigned invalid status. Don't you try to weasel out of this, McGinty. Don't you dare, you slippery eel. We saw him with our own eyes, didn't we, Lieutenant Kreider? He's clearly trying to cover up his monstrous transgression. A deliberate act of moral depravity orchestrated for my downfall. He then pointed a trembling, accusatory finger directly at Kreider. Oh, you're right. Lieutenant, this insubordination is absolutely disgraceful. You simply must see what's going on out. There, sir, it is beyond belief. A blight on the naval record. Jawbreaker, with a sigh that seemed to carry the weight of all naval frustrations from Trafalgar to Pearl Harbor, finally turned to Bumble, his expression a mixture of profound weariness and deep disappointment. Bumbleton, get back in bed before you catch pneumonia. You are clearly in no condition to be conducting impromptu investigations, much less shouting about imaginary dancers. Here, I'll get your robes. Man, and take one of these. You're clearly in a state of extreme agitation and potential delirium. He picked up Bumble's ever-present antacid bottle, which Bumble had accidentally knocked over. No. Bumble protested, flailing wildly, trying to evade Jawbreaker's attempts to force him back to bed, dodging like a drunken matador. Captain, I'd like an explanation from you, McGinty, and it better be good. An exceptionally convincing alibi. I would shoot and we would keep off. Jawbreaker, get off me, sir. and get those girls out of the air raid shelter fast. He whispered fiercely to Finn, tried to regain control of his faculties and his plan, his voice hoarse with a mixture of terror and desperation. Just then, Lieutenant Nurse Amelia Wilson, looking perfectly professional and utterly fed up with the entire charade, emerged from the infirmary closet where she had been forced to take refuge from Bumble's initial. Panic, she held a spare, crisply ironed uniform, perhaps for Bumble himself, and a look of profound exasperation on her face. "Hey, Admiral," she said, her voice weary but firm. "You forgot your orders, sir." She held out a set of Bumble's embroidered epaulets, now detached from his frenzied grappling, which he had picked up from the floor. Yeah, Mr. Plimpton, get the ladies back in their designated quarters immediately, and then return those items to the nurses." Jawbreaker, turning back, snapped. His patience stretched thinner than an overworked sailor's nerves. "Well, Captain, I'm waiting for the explanation, Bumbleton. A plausible, verifiable explanation, if you please." Bumble, seeing his opportunity, pointed an accusing, trembling finger at Finn. "Yes, sir, but you see, Admiral, they where he did it. He is the culprit. Yeah, he's a terrible person. Admiral, a reprobate, a libertine. He's always sneaking women around and shoving them in places, especially hula girls. The shame of it all. Oh, the hula girls." Finn, maintaining his innocent demeanor with a remarkable poker face, retorted, "Me, sir? But, sir, you know I'm a paragon of rectitude. Sir, a man of unblemished character." "All right, stop it, both of you," Jawbreaker roared, his voice cutting to the bickering like a torpedo through butter. His patience had finally snapped. "Is this a naval base or a madhouse? I'm starting to suspect the latter. I don't know what's going on around here, but I'll get to the bottom of it after my inspection. Commander McGinty, shall we proceed? Where is this notorious air raid shelter where these hula girls are supposedly located?" Finn, caught completely off guard by the unexpected twist, the direct confrontation he had so desperately sought to avoid, tried to recover, his mind racing. "Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Immediately, sir. Would you like to start with the base laundry? Sir, a paragon of military cleanliness. I assure you, not a single sock out of place. A testament to efficiency. You could eat off the floor, sir." "No, not the laundry," Bumble shrieked, fighting against Lieutenant Kreider, who was attempting to escort him back to bed, his pajama-clad body flailing like a beached walrus. "The air raid shelter. Please, the air raid shelter. They're girls, I tell you, I guess. Those little things. Small and jiggly and in skirts. But you'll be late, McGinty. That nonsense. Don't you dare try to thwart the Admiral's divine right to inspect. I'll decide where. To start this inspection, McGinty, not you, you disingenuous devil." Jawbreaker, however, merely shot Bumble a weary, exasperated look. "Now back to bed, sir, at once. Captain Bumbleton, your presence is a hindrance to proper military procedure, and to my rapidly fading patience. And that is an order, a direct, unequivocal order, sir." Bumble, utterly vanquished, a crumpled, defeated figure, was shoved back onto the cot by Kreider. Jawbreaker then turned to Finn, his expression now one of grim resolve. "Let's go look in the air raid shelter. Commander, lead the way, and let's see if your story holds any more water than the Commodore's fevered imaginings." "Yes, sir," Finn replied, attempting to maintain an air of professional composure, even as his internal panic klaxons blared a full, ear-splitting, deafening alert. His heart hammered in his chest like a frantic drummer. He knew what he had to do, race ahead, somehow, magically, impossibly, evacuate a dozen sweaty, half-naked sailors before the Iron Jaw arrived. As they neared the shelter, a heavy, squat concrete bunker half hidden by overgrown tropical vines, Finn, with a sudden, desperate burst of inspiration, leaned into Jawbreaker. Sure, Admiral, did you hear that? I believe they're getting away. Yes, in the bushes. Admiral, the Nip infiltrators. They must have been hiding in the bushes, sir. We must pursue them. Admiral, immediately, this way. He made a show of scrambling through a thicket of overgrown foliage near the shelter, hoping to divert Jawbreaker. Jawbreaker, however, was not so easily swayed by amateur dramatics. His eyes, fixed on the shelter entrance, barely registered Finn's antics. He ignored Finn's flailing, marching purposefully towards the heavy metal door. Just as he reached for the rusted handle, a truly astonishing sight greeted them. The heavy metal door burst open with a loud clang, and a dozen sarong-clad hula girls, the sailors from Finn's crew, including Rocky Ridgeback and Specs Miller, along with a few other hefty individuals, looking surprisingly pale and flustered, their improvised costumes askew, burst from the shelter, scattering in every direction like startled exotic birds whose feathers had just been set on fire. They were still attempting to adjust their makeshift outfits, clearly struggling with the sheer awkwardness and impropriety of their escape. The air filled with muffled shouts and the slapping of bare feet on the dirt path. Finn gaped, his elaborate plan utterly, irrevocably foiled, his jaw hanging open in sheer disbelief. They're cooked. We're all cooked. Suddenly, a disheveled Commodore Bumble, having somehow eluded Lieutenant Kreider and Myrtle, burst from the same thicket Finn had just scrambled through, still in his infirmary robe, now mud-splashed and askew, and clearly in a fresh paroxysm of fury. His face, smeared with dirt, resembled a particularly angry clown. "Well, afternoon, Captain," he yelled at one of the fleeing hula girls, mistaking them for actual officers. "Going somewhere, sir? Running from your duties? I'll get to the Admiral about this gross insubordination. Running. Away from an inspection." Just then, Lieutenant Kreider caught up to Bumble, his own uniform rumpled from chasing the Commodore. "Yes, sir. As a matter of fact, I am Commodore. An urgent medical matter has just come up concerning your disposition. Your rather unstable mental state, sir." "Well, I'm very, very sorry, Commodore, but as your physician," Kreider declared, having taken a moment to grab a stethoscope from the infirmary and drape it theatrically around his neck, "I'm ordering you back to bed. Immediately, sir, before you hurt yourself or others." "Now, wait a minute. Doctor, wait a minute," Bumble roared, shaking off Kreider's gentle grasp. "I'm as healthy as you are." "Kreider, healthier? I made this whole thing up. The fever, the delirium, it was all an elaborate charade, a cunning ruse to trap that scoundrel McGinty." Kreider, maintaining a perfectly straight face, produced a clipboard from his coat. "Yes, on the contrary. Commodore, your latest tests show that you're suffering from high blood pressure, acute indigestion, hypertension, and a newly diagnosed condition I'm calling hula girl hallucination syndrome. Not to mention acute combat delusion, sir. Your vitals are off the charts." "Oh, hypertension, you quack. You medical fraud." Bumble snarled, trying to swat the clipboard away. "Nurse, get me my uniform. Lieutenant Nurse Wilson." Bumble yelled, spinning around, spotting the bewildered nurse in the background. "Nurse, take his clothes and lock them up. This charlatan is trying to undermine my authority." Nurse Wilson, clearly experienced in dealing with unstable officers, responded with professional calm. "I'm sorry, Commodore. Now, I'm only doing this for your own good. You need rest. Sir, complete and utter rest." She moved towards him. "Now, you just wait a minute." Bumble spluttered, trying to evade her. "I don't have to. Get your hands off me. You can't help me. You're all in on it." He glared at Finn, who was standing quietly, trying to disappear into the scenery. "Oh, I get it. You're in on it, too. McGinty's paid you off, hasn't he? You traitor. I know I'm being framed. Admiral, A setup of the most insidious kind. Kreider intervened again, attempting to usher Bumble gently but firmly back towards the infirmary. Now, take it easy, Commodore. All I want to do is to get you into bed, for your own well-being. Sir, or do I have to administer a sedative? A very potent sedative, Commodore, that will render you utterly unconscious. Very cute, Doctor. Bumble snapped, still struggling, but with less vigor. But $100 says I can walk out of here any time I want it. I'm still master of my own destiny and my own feet. Jawbreaker, having witnessed enough farcical theatrics for a lifetime, his granite jaw clenched tight, finally stepped forward, his voice a low growl that promised immediate, painful consequences. Well, $100 says you can't. Bumble ton. And a court-martial says a great deal more. A great deal more indeed. Sir, for gross insubordination, dereliction of duty, and perpetrating a medical fraud on a visiting admiral. Finn McGinty, seeing the absolute futility of further denial, the catastrophic collapse of Bumble's plan, simply hung his head, a wry, grim smile playing on his lips. This was a complete train wreck, but at least he wasn't the one tied to the tracks. Days later, the stench of disinfectant and stale despair hung heavy in the air of Commodore Bumble's office, now meticulously cleaned to within an inch of its life. He was still furious, pacing a worn groove into floorboards, muttering darkly about deep-water dillies, insubordinate hosiery, and treacherous medical personnel. The incident with the hula girls and Jawbreaker had, predictably, resulted in a week of solitary confinement for Finn McGinney's entire crew, along with a scathing official reprimand that would undoubtedly follow Finn for the rest of his naval career. Bumble, however, had survived a mere strong recommendation for psychiatric evaluation, which he promptly ignored, choosing instead to interpret it as a recognition of his unique and complex genius. Well, the laundry's in pretty fair shape, Commander. Jawbreaker had conceded dryly before departing, his tone devoid of warmth, though I noted a faint smell of pineapple rum emanating from the linen supply. I expect you to. Addressed that with extreme prejudice. McGinty, and perhaps ensure your personnel records don't mysteriously sprout references to tropical, interpretive dance troupes, or performance art. My office will be expecting a full report by Monday morning. He had left Finn with a list of tasks that would keep his crew busy for weeks, all designed to instill discipline and remove any lingering theatrical inclinations. Finn, now back in command of the Coral Cat and his beleaguered, recently disciplined crew, grumbled to Plimpton, who was meticulously polishing a brass porthole with a tiny brush. I still can't get over that Bumblebrain's hallucinations. Pip, imagine thinking there were hula girls on a naval base. The sheer absurdity of it all. He paused, a wry smile playing on his lips. Though, to be fair, they were rather convincing hula girls. Spex's hip movements were particularly fluid. Plimpton, nervously clutching his ever-present clipboard, nodded. Oh, I know what you mean, sir. Yes, sir. War does terrible things to a man's mind. Yes, sir, such as the nature of extreme stress, and, in the Commodore's case, advanced paranoia. I'll write that Sweden motor pool a strongly worded memo about oil stains on the uniform, sir. He meant the base motor pool. Plimpton's grasp of geography was, at best, tenuous, often confusing Sweden with southern sector. Suddenly, a triumphant cheer erupted from outside the office, followed by the distant sound of banging and metallic clatter. Bumble's head shot up, his ears twitching like a bloodhound. If I can crawl to the admiral on my hands and knees and get myself reinstated after that fiasco, then something must be afoot. Chippy, Myrtle. Hey, Myrtle, get in here. Boy, it's cold in here. I feel a draft. A cold, insidious draft of inefficiency. Myrtle scurried in, looking like a startled meerkat, clutching a stack of freshly laundered towels to his chest. Yeah, well, here, sir. Wrap these around you. They're extra thick, sir, and surprisingly absorbent. He offered them nervously, almost like an offering to an irritable god. Oh, sorry, Myrtle. Bumble barked, swatting the towels away. We don't wear grass. You know, that's for savages. Never mind. Are the hula girls home now? Are they contained? Don't. Want big trouble from any lingering displays of tropical hedonism. Myrtle just looked confused. Pretty mind, sir. I confess, the thought of grass clothing has left me quite bewildered. Bumble ignored him, his gaze fixed on the doorway, a new, suspicious glint in his eye. Yeah, well, so long, McGinty. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You can't go out there. You scoundrel, until I scout around. You hear me? Until I personally ensure the coast is clear of any lingering chaos. Now, get back over there. Oh, and I'm telling you, I'll stay there. Come on out of those bushes. I know you're in there, you tropical hooligans. He began to stalk menacingly toward a clump of particularly dense hibiscus bushes outside his window, peering intently into their shadowy depths, convinced he heard illicit giggling. Suddenly, a large, scaly, green snout emerged from the bushes, followed by two beady, intelligent eyes. It was a rather impressive alligator, its leathery skin glinting in the harsh sunlight, its gaze surprisingly serene. Bumble froze mid-stride, his jaw dropping so far it threatened to unhinge. Hey, sailor, what are you doing sneaking up on an officer like that? What is your rank? Speak. Man, he squawked, utterly perplexed by the creature's unexpected appearance. The alligator merely blinked slowly, a deliberate reptilian movement, then let out a low, satisfied hiss, exhaling what smelled faintly of digested fish. Oh, sorry, sir, Myrtle stammered, thinking the Commodore was talking to him, shrinking back. Oh, it's you numbskull. Bumble whirled around to face Myrtle, his attention suddenly shifting, his rage instantly redirected. It's a numbskull. Are you? What's your name? And don't give me any more nonsense about grass clothing. Myrtle flinched, straightening up. Bumbleton, sir. Captain Bumbleton. Your Lord and Master Bumbleton. Bumble snarled, triumphant. Yes, sir. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. My apologies. Boy, old iron-jawed Jawbreaker sure was rough on you. His tongue was like a razor whip. Busted you all the way down, huh? Reduced you to seaman second class? Well, if anybody gets busted around here, it's going to be you, McGinty. Right in the snoot that you get busted. Where are the girls? Myrtle? The hula girls? Where are they? Where? I want concrete answers. Myrtle, utterly lost in the maelstrom of Bumble's accusations, pointed vaguely towards a now empty air raid shelter, his hand trembling. I don't know, sir. They seem to have, dematerialized, sir. Oh! Bumble, in a fresh paroxysm of rage, grabbed Myrtle by the lapels of his uniform, shaking him vigorously. Now, get your hands off of me, you nitwit, you imbecile. No girls. Huh, I know what I saw. I see that girl, Myrtle, that one right there, behind the palm tree. You'll get in there. You'll be with your hands for this burger. I remember that. Admiral. I've been hanging on the laundry shack all morning, enduring unimaginable torments. You, Admiral, what in blazes, sir, are you ignoring my pleas? At that moment, Admiral Jawbreaker's Jeep, having completed its final pass of the base, returned, pulling up with a sudden, authoritative crunch of tires on the gravel, stopping directly outside Bumble's office. Jawbreaker himself looked grim, his granite jaw even more rigid, and his aide, Lieutenant Kreider, looked merely exhausted, his uniform now sporting a suspicious grass stain. Bumble, still gripping a terrified Myrtle, rushed out, a wild, almost deranged look in his eye, a man possessed by his own paranoia. Easy does it now, sir. Finn McGinney called out from his office, his voice a soothing, almost melodic balm, attempting to inject a calm, rational note into the rapidly escalating absurdity. Remember, Admiral, he's been under a terrific strain. Sir, a truly monumental strain on his delicate sensibilities. Bumble ignored Finn entirely, staggering towards Jawbreaker's jeep, his mud-splashed robe flapping. Are you a fool, Admiral Jawbreaker? Are you blind? Sir, it's me, Commodore Bumbleton. I've got those hula girls in the laundry shack. The very. Laundress herself witnessed them. I've really got you this time. McGinty, you slippery fish. Caught red-handed. Jawbreaker simply stared at Bumble, a flicker of genuine concern replacing his usual steely gaze. A rare moment of something akin to human emotion. Bumbleton, what are you doing running around screaming in that seaman's uniform? Are you quite yourself? Your attire is inappropriate for a Commodore. Well, I had to find those girls before you finished your inspection. Admiral. Bumble gasped, still out of breath, his chest heaving. I've found them, the irrefutable proof. The scandalous, half-clad proof. Oh, the hula girls, sir. Finn, stepping out of his office, quickly stated, his voice calm and clear, addressing the Admiral with professional concern. Oh, girls again. Sir, he's worse than ever. Sir, the delirium seems to be intensifying. I'd better get him right back to the infirmary before he causes an international incident with his interpretive dance, delusions, and his general disregard for the peace and quiet of the base. Bumble tried to lunge at Finn, his eyes wild with suspicion. Get your hands off me, you sneaky traitor. He's a sneaky traitor. Admiral, collaborating with my enemies. Please, Admiral, you got to take a look at these girls in the laundry shack right now. Sir, I have visual confirmation. Sir, actual bona fide, semi-clad hula girls, concealed amongst the starched sheets. Jawbreaker, however, was clearly at his wit's end. He felt a throbbing headache beginning behind his eyes. Now, calm down, Captain. Take a deep breath. Everything's going to be all right. Of course. We'll look in the laundry shack. If it will pacify your feverish imagination. A moment of clarity for the Commodore. And then Bumbleton. We'll go back to the hospital and take a nice, long nap. A very long nap indeed. You're going to get us, Bumbleton, into more trouble than you can imagine. Fine. Seeing his original plan of Bumble inadvertently exposing his own incompetence, somehow coming back to life, nudged Plimpton, who had cautiously emerged. Oh, me? See, we're coming. We're trapped, Plimpton, in a labyrinth of Bumble's making. Jawbreaker, his shoulders slumping with a profound weariness, led the way, with Bumble excitedly yammering beside him, recounting tales of hidden sarongs and secret shimmying, and Finn following, trying desperately to understand what new disaster awaited them in the laundry. Admiral, we've already checked the laundry, sir. Finn reminded him, trying one last time, a subtle hint. Remember, we checked the boilers. Clean as a whistle. Nothing to see here, sir. Bumble, however, was jubilant, his face beaming with the manic glee of a man convinced he held a winning hand. Don't you try and worm out of it. McGinty, don't you dare. This time you'll worm your way into a court-martial. You're finished. Cap it. Finito. Your career is over. Finn shrugged dramatically, a picture of philosophical resignation. Finito? Never mind. Admiral, I think we should hear the captain out. Let's let the madman ramble. The Admiral's on too. You, sir. Oh, you're going to suffer, McGinty, for your insolence. Brace yourself for the evidence. Admiral, the incontrovertible evidence of moral decay. They arrived at the laundry shack, a humid, steamy building perpetually filled with the scent of soap and boiling water. Bumble, with a flourish that threatened to send him sprawling headlong into a tub of suds, tore open the door, his eyes wide with triumphant expectation. Stand by, sir. There you go. Take the fire drill. Admiral, my proof is within. From inside the laundry shack, a dozen very muscular, very damp sailors in various stages of undress. Some still clinging to pieces of what might have once been a sarong or a coconut bra, scrambled out. They had been assigned by Finn to a mandatory, top-secret fire drill simulation, and were clearly unprepared for the Admiral's sudden, unexpected arrival. Their faces were crimson with embarrassment. Fire drill, they chanted, in a deeply unconvincing and slightly embarrassed manner, still dripping with water from the laundry tubs they'd been pretending to fight. They looked less like firefighters and more like a soggy, embarrassed chorus line. Bumble, utterly deflated, his triumphant grin collapsing like a deflated balloon, could only point at them with a shaking finger. Hey, Admiral, here's your girls. My hula girls. All right, girls, I've got you. Now you're going to show your face. Admiral, my proof, my incontrovertible proof of depravity. Rocky Ridgeback, drenched and steaming, stood stiffly at attention. A small bar of laundry soap stuck to his forehead. That's a fire drill reporting 100% successful, sir. All fires extinguished, all towels folded, all undergarments accounted for. A paragon of preparedness, sir. Finn, with a sigh of relief, looked at Jawbreaker, a carefully curated expression of sorrow on his face. I'm sorry, Admiral. Terribly sorry. Sir, Bumbles' condition seems to be worsening with remarkable speed. The delusions are becoming more persistent, more vivid. Jawbreaker, shaking his head, rubbing his temples, turned to Bumble, who now looked truly broken, his spirit deflating like a punctured dinghy. It's all right, McGinty. Captain Bumbleton, you should know better than to obstruct a man pursuing his duty, sir. You, sir, have caused an utter debacle. Now, Admiral, please, baby, all the girls are getting away. The girls are in the suits, I tell you. Bumble wailed, pointing at the fleeing, embarrassed sailors, still clinging to the illusion. Sure there are, Captain, Jawbreaker said with an almost patronizing calm, his voice weary beyond words. Sure there are, indeed. A remarkable collection of highly disciplined male personnel back to the hospital. Sir, and this time, Bumbleton, I'll do it myself. I will personally escort you. Easy does it. A nice long rest. And you'll be as good as new. And if you're real good, Wally, maybe you'll even get your stripes back after a thorough psychiatric evaluation. Bumble, now thoroughly distraught, a pathetic, shivering wreck, kept pointing at the fleeing sailors. Yeah, well, please, you got it. Maybe it's a trap. I believe you, Wally. I believe you now. Come along. You're going to be all right. He allowed Jawbreaker to guide him, gently but firmly, towards the waiting jeep. Jawbreaker, with a final, exasperated glance at Finn, a look that spoke volumes of unspoken warning, departed, ushering Bumble into the jeep like a recalcitrant child. Goodbye, Captain Bumbleton, and we'll see you on visiting day, sir. Once your mind has, hopefully, regained its proper faculties. Finn merely shrugged, a subtle smile playing on his lips, relief flooding through him like a cool, tropical breeze. Bumble's plan had utterly, gloriously, disastrously backfired. Days later, the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in fiery hues of orange and purple, casting long, dramatic shadows across Coral Cove Atoll. Ensign Plimpton, still slightly shell-shocked but now wearing a proud, if somewhat dazed, smile, was being hailed as a hero. He had, quite by accident, single-handedly taken out a simulated enemy drone during the chaos of the air raid, convincing Jawbreaker that he possessed extraordinary combat instincts. Finn McGinty, reclining in his captain's chair on the deck of the Coral Cat, watched as Gizmo polished a section of the hull, an aura of weary satisfaction emanating from him. Mr. Plimpton, you were well. Magnificent is the only word for it. utterly magnificent, a true testament to the unpredictable nature of combat and accidental heroism. Plimpton blinked, still somewhat dazed by the events of the day. A hero against his will. Magnificent? What did I do, Skipper? I just pulled the lever. Sir, it went bang. A very loud bang. Sir. Rocky Ridgeback stepped forward, his usual gruff demeanor softened by genuine admiration. He shoots down an enemy bomber all by himself. Skipper, out in the open, all alone, in a major attack. And he says, "What did I do?" He's a marvel. Sir, a natural-born warrior. Finn beamed, enjoying the spectacle of Plimpton's accidental glory. Well, Mr. Plimpton's always very modest. Sir, it's one of his many charming qualities. His humility is legendary. You shot down an enemy by... Myself? Sir, Ensign Plimpton has a request. Bullock, thoroughly impressed by Plimpton's inexplicable heroism, nodded, a rare, almost approving smile playing on his lips. Request? Yes, sir. Anything for the hero of the hour. Plimpton swayed slightly, his eyes glazing over, the adrenaline and lingering confusion finally taking their toll. Permission to faint, sir. And with that, he crumpled to the ground in a dead faint. A remarkably theatrical end to his moment of glory. Finn quickly knelt beside him, checking for a pulse. Yes, I was saying, sir, Ensign Plimpton's very modest. Sir, he simply can't handle all this praise. It overwhelms his delicate constitution. You look... I've got it, General. Don't you, sir? I'm not going to do this myself. I'll show you. Meanwhile, back in his office, Commodore Bumble was muttering darkly about Finn McGinney's perpetual ability to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. He was, as usual, trying to hide a stash of his personal comforts, a collection of illicit, high-proof coconut rum, his precious martini olives, and a single, battered paperback copy of a risque French novel from his pesky nemesis, whom he suspected of having supernatural powers of detection. All right, I'll bring the champagne over here, Myrtle, he ordered, trying to secretly place several bottles of bubbly into an old, rusted piggy bank he'd found buried near the latrine. But, sir, it's no use trying to hide it, no matter where you put it. McGinty and his gang will get it. They always do. Sir, they're like bloodhounds for illicit libations, sir. Nothing is safe from them. Bumble scoffed, convinced his new hiding place was impregnable. Not this time, Myrtle. This time, I've got it. I've outsmarted those deep-water dillies. Oh, how about that? Myrtle, Daddy had this little piggy bank flown in from Fort Knox. Fort Knox. You hear me? Impenetrable. Fortress-like. It is a monument to security. Myrtle, ever the sycophant, exclaimed, "Oh, that's very clever, Daddy. Oh, I mean, sir, I'm so sorry, sir. Habit, sir. You're just so brilliant, sir." Shut up, Myrtle. Don't you dare even listen to these cliques. Don't even look. Bumble barked, his face twitching. Yes, sir. My ears are sealed, sir, and my eyes are clamped shut, sir. I see nothing, hear nothing, speak nothing, sir. Good. All right. Unsealed, Bumble declared, turning his back, convinced Myrtle had finally succumbed to his instructions. What, sir? Sir, yes, that is brilliant. Sir, that's it. Bumble had accidentally dropped the piggy bank, and as it hit the floor with a dull clatter, its ceramic exterior shattered, revealing a secret compartment within which sat not the champagne, but a pile of glistening, brand-new $100 bills. His face went pale. He had mistakenly used Myrtle's savings. Myrtle's jaw dropped, his eyes wide as saucers. "How much do you think it will hold, sir?" he whispered, barely audible. Bumble merely stared, dumbfounded, at the scattered bills, then at his precious champagne bottles, which he was actually trying to hide. "I don't know, Myrtle. Just hand me the bottle. Just hand me the bottle." He stared at the shattered piggy bank. then at his champagne, then back at the money. There we go. There's one. There two. Three. He counted the bills as if they were alien artifacts, his mind spinning. Huh? Hey, how about that? I only got mystic stuff. That's it. 12 bottles of champagne. Stolen from underneath my very nose, while I was being sabotaged by my own hiding place. I tell you, Myrtle, we have got to do something about McGinty and his crew. Somehow, somewhere, we got to get rid of them. They're the cause of all my woes. Myrtle, ever practical, ventured, "Yes, sir. Sir, if you please excuse me, I do have to get over to the post office." "What for, sir?" Why? "Well, sir," Myrtle continued, holding up a thick envelope, his face brightening with hope. "I just received 3 months' back pay, sir. And look, it's all in brand new. Crisp $100 bills. Brand new $100 bills. Sir, and I'm sending it home. My mother is going to take the..." Bumble's eyes lit up with a truly villainous glee, a terrifyingly cunning gleam. He snatched the envelope from Myrtle's hand with surprising speed. "Oh, Myrtle, you have just saved the day. Boy, saved my entire nefarious plan. I don't know how I'm ever going to thank you for this. My gratitude knows no bounds, even for a humble private." Myrtle, utterly bewildered, protested weakly, his face falling. "Oh, well, sir, why, with this money's bait, we can really trap McGinty. A trap of pure, undeniable avarice." "Oh, with my money, sir? Oh, no, sir. You don't understand, sir. This is my money. I've worked very hard for it. It's for my fiancée, Martha. It's our wedding money, sir. Our nest egg." "Oh, wait a minute, Myrtle. Sure, why? Sir, you just let go. Every time we nearly trap old McGinty and his 40 thieves, they either eat or they drink the evidence. They consume the very proof of their crimes. But this time, Myrtle, this time we will be smarter. We can mark these bills, put them in a wallet, and then we let them swipe them. Wham! Oh, Myrtle, we got them. Trapped like rats in a sticky cheese trap, with the cheese being your lovely new hundreds." Bumble cackled, rubbing his hands together with a truly evil delight, a low, guttural chuckle that promised no good. Myrtle, tears welling in his eyes, his dreams of domestic bliss slowly crumbling into dust like a dry hardtack biscuit, reluctantly began to transcribe the serial numbers, his hand shaking. "But, sir, you don't seem to understand. You see, I'm engaged to a little girl back home, Martha, and this is my wedding money, my nest egg. Sir, my future happiness depends on these very bills. And, sir..." Bumble, however, was deaf to his pleas, lost in the grandeur of his malevolent scheme. He slapped Myrtle on the back with enough force to send him sprawling. "Oh, thank you, sir. I knew you'd get it back. Okay, you ain't even thinking of getting married at a time like this. Myrtle, a global conflict is hardly conducive to conjugal bliss. Civilian life can wait. Well, you sit down there, and write down these serial numbers as I give them to you. I have my ledger here. Now, I am going to get McGinty if it takes every cent you've got. Myrtle, L 9-3-9. L 9-3-9. Write it down, man. Speed is of the essence. We will not fail." Myrtle, tears streaming down his face, his spirit broken, reluctantly began to transcribe the serial numbers, his pen scratching mournfully across the paper, his dreams of a quiet suburban life with Martha vanishing with each digit. Chapter 1. The Curse of the Periwinkle Garter Belt. The air over Coral Cove Atoll, a forgotten pearl in the vast, contested expanse of Pacific, hung heavy and humid, a stifling blanket woven from salt spray and the oppressive breath of 1,000 unseen jungle. Spirits. It clung to every soul and corner of the makeshift naval base, like a particularly determined, barnacle, smelling perpetually of stale coconut oil, diesel fumes, and the slow, inexorable decay of all tropical things. The corrugated iron barracks shimmered under a relentless sun, baking their inhabitants in a relentless oven of wartime existence. Overhead, a single rusty ceiling fan in the Commodore's office spun with pathetic, wheezing sigh, merely recirculating the warm, moist air, doing little to alleviate the pervasive discomfort. Outside, the incessant, maddening buzz of cicadas competed with the distant, rhythmic clang of a broken pump somewhere near the supply depot, a perpetual soundtrack to the mounting frustrations of the day. Commodore Beauregard Bumble, a man whose face permanently resided in a shade of apoplectic crimson, a hue typically reserved for exotic sunsets or freshly boiled lobsters, and whose tightly buttoned uniform perpetually looked sizes too small, found himself battling this pervasive adversary daily. His weapon of choice, or rather his battle station, was behind a monumental mahogany desk, its surface buried beneath a precarious avalanche of paperwork, half-eaten tins of Spam, and a small ceramic statue of glowering, pot-bellied Buddha. The office itself, a single corrugated iron box with windows perpetually blurred by salt crust and jungle grime, magnified the island's humidity, transforming every breath into a viscous effort. He leaned back in his ancient, squeaky swivel chair, defiant, protesting creak accompanying the move, and pointed a trembling, cigar-clenched finger, the cigar itself unlit, but none the less an integral prop in his dramatic repertoire, at Lieutenant Quentin K. Quickstep. Lieutenant Quickstep, a paragon of youthful earnestness and naval rectitude, possessed the unfortunate, almost supernatural, habit of always being precisely where Commodore Bumble least wanted him to be, usually within range of his most fervent tirades. Quickstep stood ramrod straight, his own crisp, starched uniform already beginning to wilt at the collar, the starch dissolving like courage in the face of overwhelming odds. His eyes were fixed on some point just beyond the Commodore's left ear, a blank, distant stare, as if anticipating a sudden aerial attack of classified documents, or perhaps a rogue coconut dislodged by a particularly ambitious parrot. Lieutenant Quickstep, Bumble bellowed, his voice ricocheting off the tin walls, a sound akin to a distressed foghorn echoing in a submarine. The outburst caused a startled parrot perched on a nearby palm frond to squawk in protest and shed a single, brightly colored feather onto the dusty ground outside, a small, vibrant casualty of the Commodore's vocal force. I believe I just articulated a profound sentiment of, shall we say, astonishment, a guttural, primal exclamation of the utterly unexpected, a cascading chorus of, and I quote, from the deepest chambers of my beleaguered soul, and it was a deeply felt quote, mind you, wow, 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 wow. He slammed the unlit cigar onto his desk with a dramatic flourish, a gesture that sent a fresh cascade of dust motes dancing in the single shaft of sunlight filtering through a particularly grimy, salt-encrusted window pane. The framed portrait of Admiral Iron Jaw, Jericho Jawbreaker on the wall, a formidable man with a jawline seemingly sculpted from granite, shuddered precariously, its hook groaning under the strain. And what, pray tell, Lieutenant, what force of nature or administrative oversight provoked such an ungentlemanly, yet deeply felt, expression of profound incredulity from your commanding officer? None other than the critical, indispensable, utterly vital, and frankly baffling requisition that landed on my desk this very morning, demanding, in no uncertain terms, the immediate procurement of garter belts. Garter belts, Quickstep. You, sir, are the supply officer here. Are you not? Do you deny your designated role in this bureaucratic circus? His voice rose to a shrill crescendo, mirroring the parrot's earlier indignation, echoing through the claustrophobic office. Quickstep flinched, a small, involuntary twitch of his left eye, an almost imperceptible ripple in his otherwise rigid posture. He swallowed, the movement visible in his taut throat, a nervous bobbing of his Adam's apple. Yes, Commodore. Sir. His mind, trained for order, steeped in the meticulous minutiae of naval regulation and the exact numerical categorization of every conceivable item, scrambled frantically to reconcile this outlandish demand with the hallowed pages of the standard Naval Supply Catalog. He was prepared for anything. Ammunition shortages that required inventive field solutions, rationing disputes that devolved into shouting matches over single ounces of powdered milk, or even a sudden infestation of aggressive, highly territorial land crabs in the PX, the post-exchange, that required an immediate emergency, deployment of bug bombs, but garter belts? That was firmly, unequivocally, outside the quick-step purview of expected combat logistics. The very concept sent a disquieting, utterly unmilitary shiver down his spine. It felt personal. Bumble slammed his fist down again, a heavy, resounding thud that rattled the entire desk, sending pens scattering like fleeing battalions. This time, the impact sent tremors through a half-empty glass of what appeared to be muddy, brackish water, the color of stale bilge, but which Bumble, with unwavering conviction, swore was freshly purified spring water, filtered personally through 3 layers of coconut husks, and a salvage coffee filter. If the nurses, Lieutenant, those valiant angels of mercy, those dedicated purveyors of healing and comfort, toiling tirelessly and with great personal sacrifice in our base infirmary, which, might I add, is presently struggling to cope with an unprecedented influx of jungle rot cases, an alarming shortage of sterile bandages, and a critically low stock of quinine for malaria. But I digress. If those nurses, the very backbone of our healing infrastructure, need garter belts, Lieutenant, then you snap to it. Do you hear me? You move with alacrity. I mean, you shake a leg, perform a veritable fandango of procurement. You perform miracles of requisitioning. Oh, you know what I mean, man. A sense of immediate and overwhelming urgency. Quick step. Immediate and unequivocal action. This is not a request. It is a directive from the highest echelons of this command. He leaned forward, his crimson face mere inches from Quickstep's nose, his breath, hot and smelling faintly of stale cigars and antacids, washing over the younger officer. This is a matter of morale. Quickstep, utmost critical, indispensable moral. Do you comprehend the existential gravity of a lack of proper foundational undergarments in wartime? It could cripple the war effort. It could undermine the very foundations of Allied strength in the Pacific. Imagine the headlines. Man, imagine the utterly damning, humiliating, and utterly catastrophic headlines that would blast across the globe. Coral Cove Atoll crumbles, under weight of sagging hosiery. The enemy, Lieutenant, the Imperial Japanese Navy, would not only cheer, they would launch a propaganda blitz that would make our ears bleed and our hearts sink, all because our brave nurses' stockings were failing in their primary duty of remaining aloft. It is a strategic imperative. Quickstep stammered, his mind racing through arcane procurement manuals, searching for any loophole, any forgotten addendum, any obscure paragraph that might remotely address this bizarre demand. His forehead beaded with sweat, not from the heat, but from the sheer mental gymnastics required. His brow furrowed with the strain of navigating an uncharted bureaucratic sea. Sir, I'm not sure we have any requisition codes for 4 personal, elasticated hosiery fasteners, feminine issued with decorative lace trim, standard periwinkle blue. Sir, the naval bureaucracy, Commodore, with all due respect, simply hasn't caught up with the more intimate needs of our fighting forces. Sir, it is an oversight of unprecedented proportions. Sir, a lacuna in the administrative framework, a gaping hole in the fabric of military supply. He felt an uncontrollable blush creeping up his neck, engulfing his ears, turning them a vibrant scarlet. The very conversation felt unseemly, utterly unsuited to a man of his military discipline. It was as if he were discussing a deeply personal scandal rather than a logistical challenge. Bumble scoffed, blowing a plume of imaginary, acrid smoke from his unlit cigar. The gesture was pure pantomime, but the effect was undeniable, adding to his air of theatrical indignation. Codes be damned. Man, codes are for clerks. Codes are for pen pushers and petty bureaucrats. I demand results, not excuses. Results quick step, unadulterated. Tangible results. Just find them. Invent a code if you must. Fabricate a requisition category out of. Thin air. Declare them tactical hosiery stabilizers or female leg accoutrements. High priority. Do whatever it takes. Quick step. Employ ingenuity. Utilize initiative. Unleash the full force of your administrative. Cunning. What a war. Quick step. What an utterly, profoundly, ridiculously bewildering, frustrating, and morally bankrupt war this has become. I tell you, man, my spirit is being tested. My very soul is being tried in the crucible of military absurdity. Everything, absolutely everything, is on my shoulders, man. The weight of the entire Pacific Theater, indeed, the entire global conflict, rests solely upon these aging, yet still surprisingly robust shoulders of mine. He dramatically slapped both shoulders for emphasis, grunting slightly with the effort, causing a fresh tremor to ripple through his desk and a nearby pile of urgent dispatches to slide. Perilously close to the edge, a lone, petrified cockroach, its antennae twitching nervously, scuttled across a pile of urgent messages, seeking refuge in the darkest corner of the office, fleeing the imminent chaos. Even the cockroach, it seemed, sensed the encroaching madness. Just as Quickstep was about to offer a formal apology for the perceived burden of existence, for the sheer audacity of being a living organism, while Bumble bore the weight of the world, for the cosmic injustice of having to breathe the same air as his distressed Commodore, Private Chippy Chuckles, Bumble's perpetually breathless junior aide, burst into the office like a startled jackrabbit shot from a cannon. Chippy, a nervous young man whose cap was always askew, a testament to his habit of constantly running into door frames during moments of panic, and whose glasses perpetually threatened to slide off his nose, usually during moments of extreme urgency, when he needed them most, skidded to a halt with an audible squeak of his worn sandals. His face was a mask of sheer terror, his uniform damp with perspiration. He clutched a crumpled telex form, the paper already damp with his perspiration, as if it were a ticking hand grenade, sweat beading profusely on his forehead. "Commodore, sir, urgent communique, sir." Chippy blurted, barely pausing to inhale, his chest heaving with exertion, his breath coming in ragged gasps. "I just got a message from a pal of mine at Conflict Central. Sir," an intercepted coded burst. "Sir, from a highly classified channel. Sir, highly classified, sir. It's bleeding red, sir." His voice was a breathless, high-pitched squeak, strained to the point of breaking, a sound reminiscent of a rusty hinge. "Admiral, Iron-Jaw Jericho Jawbreaker is arriving today on a sneak inspection. Sir, an unscheduled, unexpected, unannounced early arrival, ahead of schedule, totally unexpected. Sir, he's bypassing all usual protocols." He gulped a convulsive swallow, his eyes wide with a mixture of raw fear and a strange, morbid awe. "Oh, no, Iron-Jaw Jawbreaker is coming here. Sir, the legend himself, the scourge of sloppy bases, the nemesis of disorganization, the destroyer of careers." The effect on Commodore Bumble was instantaneous and terrifying, a sudden, petrifying freeze that seemed to lock every muscle in his body. His crimson complexion deepened to a vibrant, almost violent, shade of purple, clashing horribly with the rapidly whitening knuckles clutching his now shattered cigar. His eyes, already bulging, seemed to threaten to pop clean out of their sockets. vibrating with a barely contained terror. The unlit cigar snapped cleanly in two between his clenched teeth, the dry tobacco showering onto the already cluttered desktop like fine, brown confetti settling amongst the dust motes. He remained frozen for a moment, a statue of pure, distilled dread, a tableau of unadulterated panic, as if the very air had been sucked from a room, leaving him breathless and petrified. Then a primal, guttural roar, a sound that seemed to emanate from the very depths of his being, a cry of utter despair and fury, escaped him. "Iron-jawed jawbreaker," he wheezed, the very name catching his throat like a swallowed bone, echoing the distant clang of the broken pump, a discordant accompaniment to his mounting dread. The name alone struck fear, a cold, icy dread, into the hearts of officers from Pearl Harbor to Pago Pago, a fear known universally throughout the ranks of the United States Navy, a legend whispered in hushed tones across all naval bases, a stickler for protocol, a zealot for spotlessness, a man rumored to be able to smell a loose thread on an ensign's cuff from 20 paces across a parade ground, and whose personal mantra was a chilling order, discipline, white gloves. Jawbreaker's sneak inspections were legendary and invariably catastrophic. They typically left behind a trail of demotions, public humiliations, meticulous reports detailing every microscopic imperfection and shattered careers. Whole squadrons have been reassigned, entire units disbanded, due to his unforgiving eye and his almost pathological obsession with order. Bumble leaped to his feet with an almost impossible burst of frantic energy that belied his corpulence, knocking his chair over with a theatrical clatter that seemed to emphasize his mounting panic. It spun mournfully on its back, a visual metaphor for Bumble's rapidly destabilizing equilibrium, before settling with a defeated groan. "That's all I need. That is the absolute last thing I need. Confound it all. The man's practically got sensory organs specifically designed for detecting dust. Bunny's beneath my filing cabinet from a mile off when he's nosing around. His eyes are microscopic. His nostrils are tuned to detect any non-regulation aroma, be it stale coffee, jungle rot, or even a faint whiff of unpolished brass on a junior officer's uniform. Do you realize what a mess this place is in? Quick step. Chuckles. Do either of you, in your limited understanding, have even the faintest, most microscopic understanding of the colossal, unprecedented, utterly soul-destroying mess this entire atoll has become? It's not a base. It's a disorganized heap of tropical decay and administrative negligence. We're drowning in our own filth. Drowning. I tell you, hello, is anybody listening out there in the swirling vortex of impending doom? Are my words merely echoing into the vast emptiness of military apathy? Yes, this is Commodore Beauregard Bumble, who happens to be in a state of utter, unbridled, and fully justified panic. I assure you, who did you expect to find in my office? Some kind of perfumed geisha girl handing out perfumed hand towels and soothing pleasantries? Tokyo. Rose? I'm speaking to a universe that clearly cares not for my sanity. We're facing total annihilation by tidiness. He will literally find dust in our soul, gentlemen, and punish us for it. Oh, the ignominy, the utter, soul-crushing, career-ending ignominy. He paced frantically, a desperate, bewildered flurry of movement, tripping over a discarded uniform boot and nearly going sprawling into a stack of requisition forms. His indignant outburst, a crescendo of bureaucratic rage that seemed to shake the very foundations of the flimsy office, was abruptly interrupted by the persistent, jarring, almost malevolent ringing of his field phone, a rusty, temperamental beast of a contraption that seemed to possess an almost malicious sense of comedic timing, ringing exactly at the worst possible moment. He snatched it up, glaring at the receiver, as if it were personally responsible for his impending doom, and indeed, for the entire unfortunate situation of war and the very existence of Admiral Jawbreaker. Yes, this is Commodore Bumble, and I am currently at the precise epicenter of unmitigated chaos. If you must know, so spare me your pleasantries, your meaningless salutations. Who did you expect to find in my office? Some kind of siren, singing sweet songs of peace and tranquility? Tokyo Rose? Speak. Confound you. Speak your piece before I tear your metallic, infernal existence limb from limb. He paused, listening, his brow furrowing deeper with each strained, whining syllable he heard through the crackling line, his already florid complexion darkening further to a dangerously purple-black. What? The sinks? In the Petty Officers Club? Are backing up? You mean the foul, putrid effluvium of yesterday's rations is slowly but surely creeping its way onto the dance floor. The horror. So, what do you expect me to do about it? You utterly clueless imbecile. Do you take me for a common laborer? For a greasy artisan of pipes? I'm the commanding officer here, man. The supreme authority. I'm not a plumber. Does my uniform, emblazoned as it is with the glorious insignia of command, the very symbols of strategic brilliance, bear the humble, mud-stained insignia of a Master Chief Plumber's Mate First Class? I think not. I am a strategist, a brilliant, underappreciated leader of men, an orator of unparalleled military rhetoric, a gentleman of impeccable, if currently distressed, breeding, a paragon of naval rectitude, whose hands are meant for charting courses, not unblocking drains. He slammed the phone down with a mighty crash, narrowly missing his hand, and sending another, larger cascade of documents fluttering to the floor like bewildered seabirds taking flight in A. Gale. He ran a hand over his sweating, glistening, rapidly moistening bald pate, looking utterly wretched, the sheen of sweat catching the meager, dusty light filtering through the window. His uniform was already rumpled, creased in 100 places. His hair, what little he had remaining, disheveled, plastered to his scalp. He felt the insidious grip of panic tightening around his throat. Sir, Lieutenant Quickstep ventured cautiously, stepping delicately over a fallen pile of charts and a discarded hardtack biscuit, his voice a nervous whisper, barely audible above the ringing in Bumble's ears. Commodore, if I may, I observe you taking some medication earlier, sir. Your stomach acid. Sir, it could start a car, sir. Indeed, from the sound of it, you have a veritable internal combustion engine attempting to erupt within your very being. I believe your gastric system is currently staging a major offensive. Quickstep's eyes flickered to the small, ever-present bottle of antacids on Bumble's desk, a permanent fixture beside a framed photo of a rather stern-looking woman Quickstep suspected was Mrs. Bumble, perhaps the only person on earth capable of striking even greater fear into the Commodore's heart than Admiral Jawbreaker himself. He knew these pills usually provided momentary relief, at best, a temporary reprieve from Bumble's constant gastrointestinal distress. Bumble merely waved a dismissive hand, the gesture sweeping away a handful of scattered paperclips and a suspicious-looking dead fly. Pills, Quickstep. Don't mention the pills. These infernal things are a plot. I tell you, a pharmaceutical conspiracy designed by my enemies, undoubtedly financed by the Nips, to undermine my very digestive fortitude. Each one is a tiny saboteur, wreaking havoc in my already tempestuous gut, churning like a typhoon in a teacup. His eyes narrowed as if the pills themselves were sentient, malevolent entities, plotting his downfall from the innocuous glass bottle. He suspected treachery even from his medication. Please, sir, Quickstep insisted, his brow creased with genuine, albeit terrified, concern, his sense of duty overriding his fear. Take it easy on those pills. You know how they always give you indigestion. Sir, please. The last time, sir, you nearly mistook a hibiscus bush for an insubordinate ensign and attempted to give it extra latrine duty. It was a rather embarrassing botanical encounter, sir, that almost led to a diplomatic incident with the island flora. Bumble scoffed, a short, sharp bark of pure contempt that rattled Quickstep's teeth. Indigestion? Indigestion is for the faint of heart. Quickstep. Indigestion is for the weak-willed and the morally flaccid. It is for civilians, not fighting men. I feel a veritable volcano brewing within my very viscera, a churning, acid-spewing maelstrom of gastric discontent. My internal organs are staging a full-scale mutiny. But I don't care. Do you hear me? I don't care. I just don't care what ravages my internal organs. For my mind is fixed on higher matters, on survival, on avoiding Admiral Jawbreaker, by the celestial stars above, the benevolent heavens themselves. If I really get sick, truly, unequivocally, catastrophically ill, sick beyond all reasonable medical repair, then someone else, some other poor, unsuspecting wretch, would have to face the Admiral, the Iron Jaw, the great white menace of military inspections. Oh, wait a minute, you say. A flicker of something, akin to a mad glint, a spark of sheer, unadulterated, nefarious genius, appeared in his eyes, chasing away the cloud of self-pity and terror. He stopped pacing abruptly, suddenly still, the frantic energy momentarily draining from him. The clattering of paperwork, the stifling heat, the relentless buzz of cicadas, the impending doom, all seemed to coalesce into a single brilliant, nefarious, utterly audacious idea. His face transformed, a malevolent grin slowly spreading across his features, transforming him into a malevolent caricature, a tropical Mephistopheles. If I was sick, he mused, tapping his cigar stub, which he had somehow retrieved from the floor, with a newly invigorated intensity, the sound of sharp, percussive crack in the stifling silence. Genuinely, catastrophically, undeniably sick, then I could appoint an acting base commander. Couldn't I? A temporary replacement, a suitable scapegoat, a sacrificial lamb to absorb the full brunt of the Iron Jaw's fury. Right, Lieutenant Quickstep? That's perfectly within regulations, isn't it? A temporary incapacitation. Say an unexpected, highly contagious, extremely debilitating, but ultimately non-fatal tropical fever. The kind that renders one completely helpless, but ultimately capable of a full recovery, just after the Admiral has departed. A fever that peaks at the precise moment of maximum strategic advantage. He punctuated his words with a dramatic, hacking cough that sounded suspiciously like a dying walrus attempting to clear its throat. A truly Oscar-worthy performance, complete with rattling breaths and strained groans. Quickstep, ever the regulations man, ever the obedient automaton of naval procedure, nodded hesitantly, tried to access his mental database of emergency provisions, searching for the exact subparagraph that dealt with strategic incapacitation. Oh, yes, sir. Within emergency provisions, such a course of action is, indeed, entirely within parameters. Yes, a temporary transfer of command for medical reasons. Most certainly, the regulations allow for such flexibility in times of extreme exigency. His mind immediately went to the chain of command, sorting through who the logical, most competent, and therefore least likely to enrage Jawbreaker choice might be. Perhaps himself, or Lieutenant Commander Higgins from Supply, a notoriously timid but efficient man, known for his ability to accurately count every grain of rice on the island. He certainly would not have picked the man Bumble was thinking of, not in a million years. But Bumble wasn't listening. He was already spinning the intricate web of his genius, a masterpiece of self-preservation and malicious delegation. His mind, often likened to a sluggish bilge pump, a repository of bureaucratic detritus, had, on this rare occasion, decided to function like a supercharged centrifuge, spinning off plans with terrifying speed and precision. And I want you to know, Lieutenant, he declared, striking a heroic pose that unfortunately highlighted the tightness of his tunic, which threatened to burst at the seams, that I am ready to accept the supreme test of finding an appropriate sacrificial lamb for Iron Jaw Jawbreaker. a suitable patsy to absorb the full force of the admiral's righteous wrath. And I know just a man, Quickstep, just a man, who will undoubtedly cause an unparalleled display of administrative ineptitude. A man whose mere presence can cause regulations to spontaneously combust. A man who is the antithesis of everything Jawbreaker holds dear. He paused, a mischievous grin stretching across his purple face, transforming him into a malevolent caricature. Not Julian, not Lieutenant Quickstep. No, 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 no. He rubbed his hands together with a truly diabolical glee, the sound dry and conspiratorial, like rustling leaves in a graveyard or a serpent slithering through dry grass. Commander Finian Fimmigini, that rogue, that insubordinate rascal, that irreverent scoundrel, with McGinty and his scallywags, his motley collection of reprobates and ne'er-do-wells, his rabble of rum-swilling, rule-breaking misfits in charge of Coral Cove Atoll, for a mere afternoon, a paltry few hours. They will run wild. They will dismantle this base board by board. They will desecrate every sacred naval regulation. They will absolutely and definitively destroy themselves right in front of the admiral. It's absolutely brilliant, Quickstep, utterly, staggeringly, undeniably brilliant, a masterpiece of strategic delegation and inspired revenge. They will hang themselves with their own laxity. Bumble peered at his reflection in the dusty, salt-encrusted mirror hanging crookedly on the wall, an unflattering representation of his florid face and bulging eyes. He adjusted his already askew cap, attempting to project an air of tragic dignity, to enhance his carefully cultivated image of the dying hero. He exaggerated a cough that sounded suspiciously like a dying walrus attempting to clear its throat, a truly authentic, rattling sound, and feigned a tremble in his hand, holding it out for inspection. "Uh-huh, I do look sort of sick to you, don't I? All right." A pallor, Quickstep. A decided pallor. The pallor of impending doom. I am a vision of profound debilitation. The very. Picture a man at death's door. He tilted his head, adopting what he believed was a look of profound, feverish debilitation. A look that bordered on the grotesque. Quickstep, caught completely off guard by the sheer audacity of the scheme, by the breathtaking villainy of the plan, found himself nodding vigorously, his eyes wide, his carefully constructed military composure threatening to shatter. He felt a bead of sweat trickle down his temple, tasting of salt and fear, a cold, clammy drop. "Yes, sir. Terribly sick, sir. Utterly, spectacularly unwell. Commodore. In fact, sir, with that particular shade of purple on your countenance. You almost look feverish. Quite alarmingly so, sir. Your coloring is quite striking. Sir, don't you think you'd better call the medics, sir? Right away, sir, with utmost haste. Sir, before your constitution completely gives way, before your very being dissolves into a puddle of sickness on your office floor." He even added an extra earnest emphasis to the terribly sick part, trying desperately to match the Commodore's dramatic flair, to become an accomplice in this grand charade of illness. "Excellent, Quickstep. My boy, on the double. Don't stand there gawking at my imminent demise. Man, time is of the essence." Bumble's voice cracked theatrically, dissolving into another paroxysm of feigned coughs, each one a masterclass in pulmonary distress. "Chippy, Chippy," he yelled, attempting to appear faint, his voice now a mere whisper, weak and gasping. "It's Commodore Bumble. Hurry, he's not well. He's succumbing to the tropical scourge. Quick, on the double. Chuckles. I think I'm going to pay a terrible price for my dedication to duty. A heavy, tragic toll." His voice trailed off dramatically, his eyes rolling back in his head with an entirely unconvincing, theatrical lurch as he aimed for a graceful collapse onto his desk, hoping to fall with the dignity of a dying swan. Chippy, always eager to please, always a step behind in grasping the Commodore's convoluted intentions, misheard the final, Dramatic word. "Oh, sir, you're going to pay," he echoed, a confused frown creasing his young brow, his glasses slipping further down his nose. He fumbled frantically through his pockets, his uniform rustling, as if the Commodore was asking for a personal loan or some kind of last-minute bribe from his meager earnings. "My meager earnings, sir? Are they required for your recovery?" "I only have a few pesos, sir, mostly in small change." He was too busy searching for coins to notice the trajectory of the collapsing Commodore. "Oh, sir, you didn't say to catch you." Just as Bumble performed his elaborate stage swoon, launching himself dramatically onto the desk, Chippy, still bewildered and fumbling, completely failed to support him, resulting in a surprisingly solid, rather undignified thud as Bumble's ample frame hit the floor, narrowly missing an overflowing ashtray and sending a miniature dust cloud into the already. "Opresive. You're a stupid numbskull," chuckles. Bumble bellowed, momentarily forgetting his feigned illness and springing up from the floor like a jack-in-the-box, rubbing his rather tender backside with considerable vigor. His crimson complexion deepened from purple to a shade of livid maroon, his eyes burning with genuine fury. "Thanks. Chippy, thanks a million for your profound support in my moment of utter collapse. You're stellar. Rescue will not be forgotten. Indeed, it will be enshrined as a prime example of gross incompetence and abysmal failure." Chippy, utterly mortified by a spectacular failure and the Commodore's subsequent wrath, saluted stiffly, his face as red as a freshly boiled prawn, his ears burning with shame. "Thank you, sir. Good old sir," he mumbled, already imagining the long hours of remedial officer-catching drills and detailed salute improvement exercises that would undoubtedly follow, perhaps even in forced practice with mannequins. "Oh, sir. Sir, it's Commander McGinty. He's coming this way, sir," Lieutenant Quickstep announced, his voice urgent, having spotted the familiar, shambolic form of Commander Finian, Finn McGinty strolling leisurely towards Bumble's office, whistling a jaunty, entirely inappropriate sea shanty, oblivious to the high drama unfolding within. Bumble, hearing this, immediately reassumed his role, his recovery from the floor a miraculous transformation from fury to frailty, a beatific, if somewhat manic and highly suspect, smile spread across his face. He even managed to produce a faint, pathetic moan, a sound he had perfected after years of feigning various ailments to avoid tedious administrative tasks. He staggered over to his cot, an ancient canvas affair that perpetually smelled of mildew, threw himself onto it with a grunt that decidedly belied his alleged sickness, and pulled a grubby, stained blanket over himself, burying his head with theatrical flourish. "I don't remember anything. All right? My memory is a sieve. Quickstep, a veritable sieve, full of holes. It's a trick, boys, a cruel trick of fate. My mind has gone to some happy place where there are no admirals. No, garter belts. I'm a very sick man, don't forget. An invalid, you hear me? A helpless, decrepit invalid at the mercy of my subordinates." Just then, the door creaked open, admitting Commander Finn McGinty, a man whose easy grin and perpetually crumpled uniform suggested a lifelong indifference to regulations, much to Bumble's eternal chagrin. Paused in the doorway, his keen eyes taking in the chaotic scene, the overturned chair, the dust-covered Commodore dramatically moaning on the cot, the flustered aides. His PT boat, the Coral Cat, was a ramshackle miracle of ingenuity,